time it is. No scripts, no filters, no fear. We said what we said and meant that. Off the record. Off the record, yeah, we keep it real. No filter shit, we say what we feel. Politics, stories, truth on display. Come on. We talk that talk in our own way. Off the record, Minion the God, let's go. Foxy 2 Roxy 3, she go hard.
I swear on everything, that is exactly what he said right here in the studio.
That is the funniest thing I have heard all week.
So hard. Lizzy with the facts, she never miss. Nah. I said what I said, that's the twist. Off the record, yeah. Come and catch the vibe. Where real ones talk and the truth survive. Late night truth, we don't just speak. Nah. We pull the roots from what they keep. From pain to progress, we light the flame. No spin, no script, we call it by name. Minion bring the vision, Foxy bring the flame. Lizzy drop a seat, it'll never be the same. I said what I said, say it loud, no shame. We taking truth global, remember the name. No apologies, no disguise. Just soul and purpose in our eyes. We move with power, bold and free. Say it loud, you gon' feel this energy. This the realest show you ever saw. On the record. We said what we said. Off the record. Yeah. Yeah. We said what we said. Off the record.
Hey y'all, if you like this video,
the dog behind us gonna start twerking.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the show. It's Off the Record. I am your host with the most. No. You got Minion the God, aka Minion with a Pinion, and my lovely co-host. Y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hey, everybody, this is I Said What I Said. Welcome in. Welcome to the show, and thank you for being here tonight.
Hello, this is Foxy 2, Roxy 3. Thank you for being here and thank you for coming and joining us. And I hope you enjoy our show tonight.
All right, we got a lot of stuff to get into. So, guys, I hope y'all buckled up. I hope y'all got y'all drinks, y'all little glasses of wine, or whatever y'all drinking tonight. If it's cold, maybe y'all got some hot chocolate. Whatever y'all got, I hope y'all ready for the show. But get some popcorn to go with whatever y'all drinking, cause this is a whole shit show, and we're gonna talk about it. You want to get into maybe shouting out the people?
Sure, Minion, I'll say hello to everybody. And you absolutely right. It's always a shit show when we're doing these politics these days. But hello to you, the first person in the building, Cross Country Cruiser. Thanks for being here tonight.
We
Welcome in.
appreciate
Welcome
you.
in. Right. Welcome in, Ramona. Thank you for being here tonight. Hello to you, Dave Bryson. Thanks for being here tonight.
Hey,
And
hey,
yeah, hey, everybody. Hey, Shan. Thank you for being here, sis. Appreciate your presence.
what's
And
good?
hello to you, Vaughn. Thank you for being here tonight.
What
And
up,
we
Vaughn in the
have
building?
we got little blessed Elder Vaughn in the building. We got Hydro Quebec in the building. Thanks for
Oh,
being here tonight.
All right, all
All
right.
right.
Let me
Look
put
like
let me
that's
put some sound
everybody.
effects. Let's see what we got. Thank y'all for being here. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. So I guess we don't even need to. I guess we can put the chat up if we want to see it too. But you ready to get into this show? We got a lot of stuff to discuss. So
Let's get to it.
all right, first segment, guys. We break and y'all gonna start seeing a lot of different changes on the show. We trying to get a little more organized and take it like it's an actual show. So this gonna be our little. I said what I said. Pride herself on not having to work, but this gonna be our little. We really gonna start dedicating ourselves to this channel. So y'all make sure that y'all go subscribe to Off the Record. Also, if you haven't done so, subscribe to all of our channels individually. I said what I said. Foxy 2, Roxy 3, Minion the God, and also later on, we're going to show you guys our little commercials. We're going to take a little intermission, and we're going to be working on Foxy's commercial. So hers is coming soon, but we're going to still play her little intro. So y'all be looking out for a lot of things that's going to start taking place. But one of the things that we have done is we decided to break the show up into segments. One segment is going to be with Foxy 2, Roxy 3. One is going to be what I said. One with me, and then one with Queen Lizzy. She wasn't able to make it tonight. This is an impromptu show for us. So, y'all make sure that y'all send her your best wishes, and she'll be on the next episode. But yeah, without further ado, I guess we can get into it. What are we going to be talking about first?
Well, let's talk about Texas politics. And shout out to Dave for coming into the house. Thank you for being here tonight, Dave. And hello to you, Selena. Thank you guys for being here. And look like we have Beth in the house also. So hello to you, Beth.
Hey,
I
hey.
I don't see Dave in this chat though. I see people speaking to him, but I can't find his I don't see his avatar or anything in the chat. So maybe he in one of these other chats and I can't see it. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. But yeah, let's go ahead and get
I
started
see
with it.
him right
Are you
here.
seeing him? Okay, well highlight him because I didn't see him. Oh, okay. I think I did speak to him, didn't I?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, you know.
I think you
I think
did though.
yeah, but I'm thinking about the show though. So And,
Yeah,
and and let me clarify something because Minion acting like he talking about I pride myself on not working, and he's talking about I
yeah.
don't have I don't go to the job no more. But you can rest assured I work hard on this show. So I just want to make sure I throw that out there. Okay, we all
She
do.
definitely do. That's why I said, but I didn't want to use the R word. I mean, I didn't want to use the W word when I said with the dedication and commitment. I ain't want her to think she was working.
Right, right. He don't want to give me no what you call it
Uh,
when you think a flashback. He don't want me to
right,
feel like
right,
I'm at the
right,
yeah.
right. I don't want to trigger her. I
Yeah,
don't
he
want
don't
to
want to
trigger
trigger me because he
her.
already know I'm done with the workforce at this point.
That,
Privately.
that's both of us properly.
All right. So, with that being said, let's get into the first topic, guys. We're gonna be talking about Texas, and y'all know that they tried to rig the system, and they tried to redo our maps. Well, they had an answer for that ass, and I guess I said what I said is about to let us know what that answer was.
A new Texas congressional map intended to flip several seats held by Democrats in the U.S. House of Representatives has been blocked by a federal court. The ruling by a three-judge panel faulted the state's governor, Greg Abbott, for directing the legislature to draw the new map based on race. Abbott called the ruling, quote, absurd, and his administration immediately filed a notice of appeal to the Supreme Court.
There are questions about whether or not Black and Latino vote strength is diluted by the creation of these districts.
Andra Gillespie is an associate professor of political science at Emory University.
it is unconstitutional to draw district lines with race as the primary factor. And it's also a violation of the Voting Rights Act to purposely draw district lines in such a way that minority groups, and so that could be based on race, it could also be based on language, are seeing their voting strength diluted.
The federal court's decision marked the latest setback in President Donald Trump's push to tilt political maps to protect his party's narrow House majority. The opinion written by Trump-appointed Judge Jeffrey Brown said the court found substantial evidence shows that Texas racially gerrymandered its new map in violation of federal law. Gerrymandering involves redrawing electoral district boundaries to marginalize a certain set of voters and increase the influence of others. The ruling marked a victory for Democrats and civil rights groups in Texas, who had argued that the new map further diluted the voting power of racial minorities. Democrats could also find themselves ahead in the redistricting fight if the Texas court decision holds, after California voters overwhelmingly approved a new map beneficial to the Democratic Party.
Star faces serious allegations tonight.
New
I
Texas
I
congressional.
didn't make it up. Somebody else thought it up, but that's what we call him in Texas, his little wheelchair. He thought he was going to be slick, thought he was going to answer to the president's beckoning call to try to redistrict these, to redraw these maps, and really they were just discriminating against a group of people, which is brown people and you know black people. And so the federal judges in Texas struck down that map yesterday, and I was elated when I saw that. Now, of course, he's going to go ahead and try to take it up to the Supreme Court. But from what I understand, he's still not going to have, he still may not have enough time to get these maps drawn out for the next election, which is going to be November of 2026. And so the little scheme that him and Trump tried to cook up is not going to work. And Gavin Newsom did the same thing in California. But as you heard, Gavin Newsom didn't just take it up on himself to go to Congress and let Congress make that decision, because that's what Greg Abbott did. He asked the House of Representatives in Texas, the state house, and the state Senate to go ahead and approve his legislation so that they could redraw the maps, right? But Gavin Newsom didn't do that in California. He made Gavin Newsom put it on the ballot, and the voters of California agreed to get their maps redrawn to add in 5 new districts in California. So I think they outplayed themselves, and so at this point, Greg Abbott is worried also because last time I checked, his approval rating was only at 47%, and normally he get what 60-70% of Texas to really vote for him, and at this point he's not even at 50%. So he's a little worried that he's not going to be reelected again, as well as the national numbers as far as trying to stack up the House of Representatives in Washington don't look like they're going to get their little 5 extra people so that they can keep the majority in the House. I believe because of all the shenanigans that's going on right now, I don't think it make a difference what maps they draw, because I wholeheartedly feel by the time November hit here, people are going to be so tired of the Republican Party and how they're operating and how they're not really trying to work with the Democrats. They're just trying to, push their agenda through. And with the healthcare being on the line, next month is when people healthcare is going to start going up. So if Congress doesn't do anything about those prices increasing, and we know the price of food is increasing, energy is increasing, everything that we utilize today has increased. We're in the red for the economy. The economy is in a bad spot right now. All the prices are too high. A lot of people are losing their jobs also. So I just don't feel like no matter what maps that these states have, I just don't think it's going to work anyway. I think they're going to be voted out of office anyway, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the Democrats, I mean, yeah, I agree. I agree. They could sit back and keep on doing what you're doing, Republicans. You're doing a great job.
Kudos to the Republicans. Keep on. I give my fist up to you. Go ahead, do what you're doing. You're doing an absolutely marvelous job. So keep doing what you're doing. I agree with you, Million. I agree with you. I said what I said because they only doing some. All they doing is cutting off their foot. Besides, they cutting off their own foot. That's all I got to say.
Well, also too, we saw in the election just earlier this month in November 4th how we had the little small mini blue wave. We won in Mississippi. We actually won a seat in Atlanta. And these places are the very reddest of the red when it
Right.
comes to Republican
Places that we should not have won.
places we shouldn't even been competitive in. So
Right.
that's what gives me hope, and that's what make me say what I said as far as them redoing the maps. I don't think it's gonna make a difference one way or the other.
Absolutely not. And but the thing is, you know, the Democrats responded to what the Republicans did. And even in their response, they didn't want to gerrymander the state of California. They had already passed legislation so that they have a nonpartisan third party group who does the redistricting, if I'm not correct, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah, yeah, that's correct.
so they didn't want to do this. They did this purely out of response to what the Republicans were doing. And the poetic justice of it all is that they still are going to keep the districts and be able to keep those districts that they, had the people vote on. And now Texas may even lose the ones that you know what I'm saying? So it, it's crazy.
And also, you got to think about, you're so busy trying to, rig it that you forgot that you part of that rigging. So if it don't go, it's gonna go against you. So you may not be sitting, as they said in that favorite line in Dalton, Illinois, unseat that ass.
Unasked that seat.
Yeah, unasked that seat. Unasked that seat.
Well, they're gonna ask a lot of seats. It ain't gonna just be that seat. And
No.
I hope little wheelchair get to go back home and continue with his therapy full fledged,
Wait a minute, what
or
was
whatever it is that he do when he's not in office. But yeah, I hope we send him home too because he really haven't been good for the state of Texas. The state of Texas is really going down. Our housing market is crashing. Um, the
Everything
energy,
is going up.
yeah, all the prices are going up, and the energy prices are going up also. So he's just really and our taxes. Just
Mm.
today, a judge made them take the Ten Commandments out of our schools.
Yep.
So he's trying to mimic Washington too much, and it's backfiring on him, and that's a good thing. I'm glad the people are pushing back on him.
Yeah. It's the authoritarianism of it all. I think that the people like, okay, I don't mind being a Republican. I still stand with my party, but what I'm not going to stand for is having a dictator. I don't give a damn what party you try to claim for. That's just not going to happen. But
well,
like,
well, Jasmine Crockett, in her favorite word for Mr. Governor of Texas, Hot Wheels.
you know who he remind me of? Professor Xavier from the X-Men.
Yeah, he does, don't he?
Yeah, mixed with a little bit of what was the captain from Star Trek?
What?
Captain Kirk,
Yeah,
No,
yeah. Wait,
no,
is it
not
no, no,
Kurt.
no, 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 no.
Mr. Spock, or Captain Kirk.
No, the other captain. The captain. Make it work.
Let me
Uh,
try to see.
what is his name? Good gracious, I loved him so much. Uh, he's the one that's bald headed and
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, oh! I know
bald
who you're
headed.
talking about. I know who you're talking
What's
about.
his
I
name?
can't call his name, but I know exactly who you guys are talking
because they
about.
always say number one, make it happen. I can't think of his name.
Patrick Stewart. Wait,
Yeah.
Yep.
no, 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 no. Is that it?
Yeah, it's Patrick Stewart, but what is his name on the show?
Um, John
Well, let
Luke
me just
Picard.
Yeah,
let
Picard.
me just
Picard. Yeah,
Picard.
yes,
Okay.
Picard. Picard. Yeah, Picard. Yeah, that's him. That's what he looked like. Captain Picard and a little bit of both of them combined together.
Uh
And he'd be like,
Y'all so funny.
look, he's like, number one, make it happen.
huh.
It looked like just Mike know who y'all were talking about.
Yeah,
And hey, Chick-fil-A, thanks for coming in. And hey to you, Abriel. Thank
yeah.
you for
Look,
joining us tonight.
Quebec say Star Trek Next Generation. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he said make it.
Child.
He said make it happen. He said number one, make it happen. And he sit
Make
back
it
in that.
happen.
He sit back in the chair. And he said, "All right, Picard, Captain Picard, ignite. What did he say? Ignite or something like that." I love that.
I have no clue, Foxy. I don't watch Star Trek anymore. I watched it when Captain Kirk was there. That was back in the
Look,
day.
I saw every series.
Iteration. Look.
I saw every generation of Star Trek, even to the when they redid it and made them young again. I seen all of them.
You know, a lot of people like the sci-fi. You gotta
Yeah,
it helps you escape
the
all
reality.
the reality of
But
the world.
to be honest with you, some of the sci-fi's happen now in real life.
Yeah.
Remember they had the flip phone. Now we got the flip phone. We had the flip phone.
Well, yeah, Star Trek was before its time. Now it did a lot of things that happened on Star Trek, The Simpsons, and there was
Hmm.
one more show that was kind of predicting the future, and now the
The
future is here. So
Jetsons, I'm
the
pretty sure.
Jetsons, yeah, yeah, and isn't that amazing though how that stuff happens?
No,
Hey,
you
Yeah.
had the
Jafar, thanks for coming in.
What's up,
remember.
bro?
Hi, Javar. Remember they had the microwave. We got a microwave. Remember they had the what was it? Something else?
A vacuum cleaner. We didn't
Yeah,
have no vacuum cleaner at first, and a remote control before we got the remote control on the Jetsons.
right.
Uh-huh.
So we got all of these things, and there are some over in China. I think it's China or Japan that they are trying. They had a few cars that was lift off and
Hmm.
flying, but it didn't make.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they're doing that now. Yeah, they that's in the make. Hey, carefree. Hey, wellness. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. But yeah, that stuff is coming. Is in the making right now. The flying cars.
yeah, that's what it was. Carefree. It said make it so. He said number one, make it so. That's what it was. You right, make it so.
Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I gonna start with the Star Trek. Let's go on to my
Look,
next. Let me go on to my next clip. My time is running out.
okay.
A new
And when you
Texas
got a little
congressional map
extra
intended to
time,
flip several seats held by Democrats in the U.S.
That's the wrong one. Let's.
Before we get to your clip, we gotta go through.
ooh,
Ooh.
ooh, 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 ooh.
We had to go. We said we was gonna go through the. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen this.
Ah, my mouth is open.
You might
Unless
want to call. You might want to.
apparently Trump's was too. So
No, but I'm qualified to, for my mouth to be open. Is he qualified?
yeah.
Look, the way times are going now might be.
Let us find that Trump to throw goat.
He just broke up.
Yeah.
Well,
So
he always talking about. Remember, when Arnold Palmer passed away, he was talking about how good Arnold Palmer looked and how cute he was, and he was all on the campaign trail, acting like he was doing the fellatio to the microphone or whatever. So now I'm side eyeing Trump at this point.
yeah,
I
yeah.
am side eyeing Trump.
Trump,
Hey,
what is going
look,
on?
Trump been a little shyster thing there, so ain't nothing surprised me with Trump. Every time we turn around and think we know a lot about Trump, we finding out more and more different.
Yeah.
So
Well,
what do
that take
y'all
us
think?
that take us to this next segment that we're going to talk about. Well, I think
This morning, the bill ordering the Justice Department to release its files on sex offender Jeffrey Epstein will soon be on President Trump's desk after the House passed the bill nearly unanimously.
The yeas are 427, The nays are 1.
Only one lawmaker voted no, Republican Clay Higgins, who voiced concern about the privacy of the victims and people mentioned in the files who have not been criminally implicated. Higgins writing, if enacted in its current form, this type of broad reveal of criminal investigative files released to a rabid media will absolutely result in innocent people being hurt. As that vote unfolded, survivors of Jeffrey Epstein's abuse watching from above, celebrating. The Senate then approving the measure almost instantly.
Without objection, so ordered. Senate has now passed.
President Trump had fought for weeks to prevent a vote on releasing the files. Just last Friday, responding this way to a female reporter on Air Force One who asked about the case. Appearing to call her Piggy. Yesterday's vote to release the files coming as the president made another controversial move, welcoming Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman to the White House and praising his human rights record.
I'm very proud of the job he's done. What he's done is incredible in terms of human rights and everything else.
The CIA during President Trump's first term determined it was the Crown Prince who orchestrated the murder and dismemberment of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Our Mary Bruce asking this.
Your Royal Highness, the U.S. intelligence concluded that you orchestrated the brutal murder of a journalist. 9/11 families are furious that you are here in the Oval Office. Why should Americans trust you? And the same to you, Mr. President.
Now, who are you with?
I'm with ABC News, sir.
Trump interjecting.
You're mentioning somebody that was extremely controversial. A lot of people didn't like that gentleman that you're talking about. Whether you like him or didn't like him, things happen. But he knew nothing about it, and we can leave it at that. You don't have to embarrass our guest by asking a question like
Then
that.
the prince, who rarely speaks to the media, answered.
It's really painful to hear anyone that been losing his life for no real purpose. It's painful and it's a huge mistake, and we are doing our best that this doesn't happen again.
The Crown Prince also addressing the September 11th attacks,
Pause
blaming
that for a
Osama bin
moment.
Laden for trying to destroy relations with the U.S., which...
Okay, you now you
Remember,
say
this is my segment now.
I'm sorry. I just had to come in there just for a second. Just for a second. You notice how she asked him and he called her out a name, but this man who's supposed to be, so bad, answered her. This is our president. Now you can go.
Well, we're gonna finish the video up and then we'll go.
last night, attended by Elon Musk, Tim Cook, and soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo. Trump announcing a defense agreement with Saudi Arabia and touting a now $1 trillion commitment by the Saudis to invest in the U.S. The president also responded to questions about a possible conflict of interest with his family doing business in Saudi Arabia, but he dismissed that concern, insisting he has nothing to do with the family business.
How you don't have nothing to do with the family business? That right there is a red flag. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Wow, this is a very controversial video for you guys, huh?
Yes, very much, very much. But
first of all, Trump said, "Shit happens. Get over it."
Yeah,
this is a very good man. This man, he said, "Shit happens." He ain't got nothing to do with what's going on. He can't keep up with everybody. They nuts in so many words. But the kicker part of this is why do the United States of America allow our president, aka Agent Orange, be so disrespectful to the reporters? He's been hollering fake news since 2016. Ever since he came on the scene, everything is fake, everything is rigged, because that's really, what his personality is, and that's really who he is. So it's all projection, number one. And number two, he knows this Saudi prince, nobody has allowed them to even set foot on their land, let's alone welcome them in their state houses. But, he see fit to let this guy in. I don't know if you guys seen the other video when the Crown Prince arrived. He had horses. He laid out the red carpet for this guy. He gave him, just the utmost best welcome that he could give him. And it's all because this guy is putting money in his kids' pockets. And he said that this guy's going to invest $1 trillion in the United States. And even if he do that investment, I guarantee you it's not going to trickle down to the United States. The money will still go back to Saudi Arabia for whatever company that he's planning on launching here in America. You can rest assured America is not going to see any of that money. Okay. And so I feel like Trump is just making money off of this crown prince. He's making money while he's in office, which is totally against the law. The Republicans will be screaming to the top of their lungs had that been Obama or either Biden let it allowing somebody like that into the White House and giving him the welcome that they gave him. And so Trump is all giddy. Y'all see how happy he was, how he was smiling, and you could just tell he's just salivating. He's salivating, thinking of the money that he's gonna make off of this guy, and he is, just
Is the word salivating or salivating?
whichever way it go.
No,
I'm in Texas.
tomato,
Hell,
tomato. God
tomato,
damn it.
tomato, tomato,
But I really
potato,
want to know
potato.
because now I'm curious
Yeah,
if I've been saying it right.
I feel like he's salivating. Okay, it's like he just licking his chops. Let's put it that way. They understand that part. He's licking his chops and just can't wait to get his little grubby hands on some money from this guy. And basically, that's what he's doing. He's selling America out to fill up his own pockets. And so the people that work in his administration, I wholeheartedly feel allegedly they better watch out because when the next Congress come in, and if it's Democrats, we're gonna have nothing but investigations of all the head of his departments and all these ICE agents and all everybody that's working for him could potentially go under investigation because the whole administration is nothing but corruption.
This is I
Allegedly.
agree with the oh yeah, let me
Hey, Kimmy Who and Sheena, thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Yeah, welcome, welcome, welcome. My thing is, because of me doing federal government security for so many years, my thing is that's how uh, Bin Laden was able to come over here and attack the United States because we had our pants down. And right
Hmm.
now, I feel I'm just nervous, because everybody worrying about what's going on here. Don't get me wrong, I'm not making you what we going through, less than what we going through, but we got to look at the big picture also outside of our little box. What is these other foreign countries he's opening the doors to and bringing in? You know, we don't know. Okay, remember the last time he was in term, he was giving out information about telling them where certain codes were, where certain location was. Remember, he even told them where the bunker is. He took them to the place where the president supposed to be able to, if an attack on the United States, he took them to that area. So, to meet with them. So basically, he's giving out so much information to the foreign countries. We have no safety. And
Well,
he's so concerned about the south, but the border, the south border. Well, what about the eastern and the western borders? You got all ice out here in the land. I'm just look. He's making partners with all these foreign countries, shaking their hands, loving on them. And some of these, I'm not saying allegedly, some of these are sitting back conspiring on how they can take United States down, where we won't even be the number one country. So I'm just concerned about that. I'm sorry, that's that security in me from the government. I'm sorry. Forgive me, forgive me.
also too, speaking of security, just think about all the undercover spies that we used to have around the world. I guarantee you, they're not sharing secrets with us anymore because he talks too much and because he does too much. That put us in jeopardy. That alone put us in jeopardy. So now we probably don't even, and I don't know this for a fact, but we probably don't even have undercover spies in other foreign countries like we used to. That's feeding us intelligence of what's going on around the world, because that's one thing that we used to do. We used to have undercover people in Russia and the UK and all other countries other than our
No,
own country.
no,
And
we don't have that anymore.
yeah, and they're
Yeah.
not sharing, and their intelligence is not sharing intelligence with us. They're no longer sharing intelligence with us anymore either. So we're definitely at risk at this point with him being in the White House.
Allegedly.
Well, no, allegedly, well, I ain't going to allegedly. You ain't got to do allegedly. I know that for a fact. He done removed a lot of the CIA operatives
Yeah.
and our FBI operatives from over in those countries. Remember when he came in and was doing his Doge and spending,
Hmm.
cutting back on the government, spending too much money. He took a lot of them from over in those foreign countries. So now we are the third world country. And everybody keeps saying, why you keep saying that? Because that's what they are. And now the United States is a third world country where we wasn't that before. People were coming here to get away from the third world countries. Now we are becoming one, and that's sad, because this gentleman is, this administration don't understand, and it bothers me. And I guess because I've been in the federal government for 35 years and dealt with the levels of security I know, it bothers me because everybody's worrying about. Don't get me wrong, like I said again, I'm not saying what going on here in the United States is not important. Please do not take that away. But I'm saying what we're going through is, second best compared to our safety as far as these foreign countries coming in and infiltrated our country and turning us into a third world country where they taking over our country. Look what they did when they first came here.
That's what I was also gonna bring up. Like, what is he investing $1,000 in America in? Like, and what does that mean? Like, is
You
he
mean a
investing
trillion
in
dollars?
land, property?
You
Is it?
mean $1 trillion?
I mean, you're right, $1 trillion.
Yeah.
Like, and does that give him ownership? Right? Like, what is going? You know what I'm
More than
saying?
likely, more. That's why I said more than likely, whatever investment that he's making here in the United States, and they're making an investment for him also. They're going to build a whole new tower for him over there in Saudi Arabia and put his name on it. They showed that on the news also, but and he's going to capitalize off of that himself
Trump,
once he's out
right?
of office. Yeah, Trump will. But will we capitalize off of the buildings and the infrastructure or whatever it is that they planning on doing over here in America, or we're going to capitalize off of it? I don't think we will. And think about, we've always been concerned about Japan and China, and right now we are so vulnerable to Japan and China at this point, because they're very smart and they're very manipulative, and they have technology, better than our technology. Okay, because they mimic everything, and at the end of the day,
And smarter people to operate that technology as well.
exactly, they're way smarter than us. And at the end of the day, the only thing you have to do is give Agent Orange a compliment, and hey, he's your friend.
That they using that up. They using that little
Yes.
tactic up.
Yes, and everybody knows that. Everybody know his weakness is just to compliment him, and they can basically, and also pay him money allegedly, and they all know that they can just take advantage of us, and I don't understand why America don't understand that we're in a constitutional crisis at this point. We've been in a constitutional crisis for a minute. Ever since he stepped foot in that door, in my opinion, we're in a constitutional crisis. We have, not only did Doge remove FBI agents and CIA agents, uh, a lot of them are just leaving in droves. We just had 1,000 FBI agents just leave office because he wants to do all these investigations against his political enemies, and they know that they can't. They know that they're breaking the law. So rather than break the law, they actually just made an exodus. It's been a mass exodus in the FBI, and if he rehire people, they're going to be people that just do anything that he tell them to do, just like our DOJ, Pam Bundy in the DOJ. She's not supposed to launch any investigation that he tell her to launch. The president and the DOJ are supposed to have separate.
Right.
That's supposed to be a separate entity. He shouldn't direct her of what investigations that she's supposed to launch. But anytime he want her to
Be
launch an
nonpartisan.
investigation, that's what he do. And I wholeheartedly feel, and I know we're going to get into the Epstein files in a minute, but I really feel like that's one of, and when we get into the Epstein files, I'll tell you what my thoughts are of why he went ahead and agreed to uh, let the Republicans vote to let the Epstein files come to fruition.
But the other thing that I also wanted to point out was how rude and like just aggressive he was with the reporter. It was almost as if he was putting on a show for I mean, I know the question may have came off as, stern or, what it's, but she's a reporter. And
Mm-hmm.
these are allegations against what he did to the country.
Exactly.
So why would you take his side in front of, what I'm, and that's the kind of stuff that I think they deal with over there. That they call him Royal Highness and all this other
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and the media can't talk negative about him. So when he comes here and Trump, can't get his people and his reporters in line, it makes him look like he weak, I guess. And so Trump is really trying to be impress these dictators and these these people who don't really mean the country well, but for
Well,
some
Right.
reason.
but basically, it's his ego. It's mainly his ego. He wants to be this grand person, and he wants to match all these diplomats and all these people. It's more his ego where I'm just as good as them, and I'm just as grand as them, and you're not. You destroying everything, and part of it from what from what the history I seen of him and his parents, his oldest brother was the first one selected to take over his father's company if anything happened to him, but his oldest brother didn't want it, so he went for he said I could do it. So I think a lot of this is he's trying to prove to himself from back then that I can still do it regardless of what my father said, I could still do it. And and it's sad when you get that level of ego where you feel like I got to prove myself at all times, and you're not doing as well as you are, and it's sad, that this man is wants to be so powerful. He's not. He's a weakling, and he don't realize it, and he gets mad if anybody chastise him and tell him you're not doing it right. So you fired, or he attack you, call you out your name, especially women. Oh, he
Mm-hmm.
degrade women like crazy. Every woman, Piggy.
Well, he not. I mean, apparently he grab everybody by their private parts, so he's not exclusive to just women. So we can't
Well,
put
that
that on him
That
anymore.
part.
that part. But I'm just saying, as far as his degrading, when a woman asks him a question, he feel like they
He
beneath him.
degrade men too. If you
Yeah,
don't,
yeah, he does that. But it's more women. He really
y'all
attacked
just
women.
it's really more jarring, and when it comes to women, because he just don't have no respect for other people. Period.
That part. And he's a narcissist. Let's just keep it real. He's a narc. And so he would never see the error of his ways. And he do realize he's not strong. That's the reason why he's trying to give you this projection that he is strong and that he is smart. You is kind, you is beautiful, and you is smart.
Hmm.
And that's what he tell himself every day. That
Minus the
he's
kind.
minus the kind. Yeah, well, that the Mike Johnson, uh, the Speaker of the House, said that
You
he
are
was a very
rich.
kind person.
Oh yeah. He
Yeah,
probably did kill himself.
yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah,
remember,
yeah, yeah. And so at the end of the day, he know who he is, and he know he's not about much, and that's why he does all this strong man projection crap because he know it's all smoke and mirrors, and yeah,
Mm.
and everybody see through it. Everybody see through it at this point.
well, remember, I can't remember one of the people on the cabinet said whenever he walk in the room when they get have a cabinet meeting, they all have to stand. They have to tell him how good he looks and say hello, how good he looks, and greet him with, pleasantries before they even start the meeting, before he even start the meeting. They have to greet him and, make him, you know, and if they don't say that, he would send them out of the room or either tell them
Massage
ego.
that yeah.
Well,
We can call it
and,
that.
and that's their fault. They knew who he was.
Brown nosing and
Right. That's their own fault because they knew exactly who he was when they decided to join the administration.
But they want to get that money. It's all about the money. They know they don't can't
Right.
stand that man,
But
but
that's what I'm saying. So,
they want that money and power, and say I used to sit on the cabinet with President so and so.
right. And so I don't feel sorry for him. And if that's what he want them to do, he want them to bow down and if they got to go down there and rub his knees or whatever they rub him on top of the head, whatever he required them to do, then that's what they need to do because they ought not to be in there. And nobody is making them be in nobody's making them keep that damn job. They doing it because they
Uh,
want to. So whatever he asked, then go ahead and do that.
oh, my stomach hurt.
That's
Oh,
right. But if y'all are willing to do this, just remember that he not gonna be here forever. He only got 3 years left. So once he come out,
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
okay. So yeah, just remember that.
I'm
All right.
sorry. Ooh, my stomach hurt. Okay, keep going. I'm sorry.
All right. So we're gonna move into the next segment, guys. Uh, this is gonna be my part where we talk about what's going on in the. Oh wait, have we
Yeah.
done my part?
No, not
No,
yet.
no,
Is it my
it's,
turn?
yeah, it's your time, sir.
Oh, okay, okay. All
Sir,
right,
let
y'all.
me
So
bow down to you, sir.
yes, sir. All right, y'all. So we about to get into some global what's going on around the world, and it's funny how the global news and what's going on in America all seem to coincide with each other. So, it's just gonna be another extension of what I said. What I said was talking, but what we're gonna really talk about and highlight is this berating of the news anchor that was displayed by the president of the United States because he didn't like the question that the reporter asked. So we kind of just saw a brief clip of it, but let's just look at what he said exactly. All right. So,
Mr. President, why wait for Congress to release the Epstein files? Why not just do it now?
It's not the question that I mind, it's your attitude. I think you are a terrible reporter. It's the way you ask these questions. You start off with a man who's highly respected, asking him a
not
horrible,
insubordinate.
insubordinate, and just a terrible question. And you could even ask that same exact question nicely. You're all psyched up. Somebody psychs you over at ABC. They're going to psych. You're a terrible person and a terrible reporter. As far as the Epstein files is, I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. I threw him out of my club many years ago because I thought he was a sick pervert. And I guess I turned out to be right. But you know who does have? Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, who ran Harvard, was with him every single night, every single weekend. They lived together. They went to his island many times. I never did. Andrew Weissman, I hear. All these guys were friends of his. You don't even talk about those people. You just keep going on the Epstein files. And what the Epstein is a Democrat hoax to try and get me not to be able to talk about the $21 trillion that I talked about today. It's a hoax. Now, I just got a little report, and I put it in my pocket, of all the money that he's given to Democrats. He gave me none, zero, no money to me. But he gave money to Democrats. And people are wise to your hoax. And ABC's, your company, your crappy company, is one of the perpetrators. And I'll tell you something.
Is that a
I think
threat?
the license should be taken away from ABC.
Now
Because
that's
your
a
news
threat.
is so fake and it's so wrong. And we have a great commissioner, the chairman, who should look at that. Because I think when you come in and when you're 97% negative to Trump, and then Trump wins the election in a landslide, that means obviously your news is not credible. And you're not credible as a reporter.
fool
So
always
to
Wow.
answer your question,
always
you
talking
should
in
go
third
and look at the
person.
Democrats who received money from Epstein, who spent their time. Larry Summers
How you know?
was with him
How
all
you
the
know?
time.
Unless you were there.
The fund guy was with him all the time. What's his name? Who? Reid Hoffman. I don't know Reid Hoffman, but I know he spends a lot of money on the radical left. Reid Hoffman, in my opinion, should be under investigation. He's a sleazebag. And those are the people, but they don't get any press. They don't get any
Okay,
news.
but how you
And
know
you're not
about it?
after the radical left.
How
'Cause
you
you're
know
a
he was a
radical left
sleazebag?
network.
But you just
Wait,
said
wait
you
a
didn't
minute,
The
know.
way you ask
Let
a
him
question
go.
with the anger and the meanness is terrible. You ought to go back and learn how to be a
No more
reporter. No more
questions from
questions from
you,
you. Who
child.
else
No
has a
more
question?
questions. All right, y'all. So this is he went on a entire
Oh,
5 minute monologue
right.
just to defend this I think what I consider to be a very credible question, like, if
Right.
is it true that you had any ties with 9/11? What are your goals? What is this going on right here? So, but Trump, that's his deflection. Stop asking him questions. You trying to get me caught up. That was his way to distract the people and not focus on the actual question that was
Right.
asked.
That part.
Um, and then look at all this gaudy ass, ornate ass gold shit everywhere. This is like, sir, we in
Country.
2025.
Country.
This is not the look of you know, of opulence and luxury and whatever kind of aesthetic he's trying to go for. This shit look like he went to the damn thrift store,
Swamp meat. Man,
antique store.
you went to the swamp meat and got this shit. Fox is so hot, she was
Lord.
at your place. She's so mad.
I was so pissed because he kept talking about, well, I don't know that person, but I know he ain't bad, he ain't good. How you just said you didn't know him, and then you say he was a bad person?
Just
Did you know?
And look, and when it come out that the man was a bad person,
Yeah.
he gonna say, "I didn't have anything to do with him. I never knew that man. I kicked him out of the White House."
Wait a minute.
So
Next week we're gonna see a picture of him and that man.
he grabbing the man, right?
Grabbing the man by the eggplant.
Right.
But remember,
Y'all
remember,
funny.
remember with Elon. Remember, Elon said when he was doing Martin Luther King and RFK, he said, "Do you want me to release Epstein?" He said, "Oh, you go ahead, cause Epstein is me and him had we was good guys. He's a good guy. I'm sorry he passed away, but I have
Hmm.
no problem with it." Now it's like he's a bad guy. He's this and that.
He said
He
he a pedo. He said he a pedo.
Right, he's a pedophile. He all this now all of a sudden, but when Elon was there, he was a good guy. When he was gonna give out the do the files, now all of a sudden he's a pedo. He was a horrible man. I won't even. No, I had no relations with him. Um, Trump, there's several pictures of you and him together in the boat and everything. Hello.
That picture that Minion just showed, he was at that gathering also. But
Right.
let's just keep it real though. At the end of the day, he's the one who campaigned on this. Don't try to throw it on the Democrats. You the one who campaigned and said Joe Biden didn't release the Epstein files, and once you get in office, you're gonna release the Epstein files. When you got in office, it's time to release the Epstein files. You done found every trick in your bag. You had a whole bag of tricks and you pulled out each and every last one of them not to get these files released. You even shut down the House shut down Congress for 6 weeks just so they couldn't vote on this last congressman from Grajada from Arizona to try to keep the vote from happening. But what the funny part is, Mike Johnson, which is the Speaker of the House, got caught up because he thought that him and Trump thought that once the House voted on it, he was going to get with John Thune, which is the Speaker of the House in the Senate. He thought him and John Thune was going to have a conversation on how they was going to redact a bunch of crap and take a bunch of the information out. Well, Chuck Schumer, which is the minority leader of the Senate, pulled a fast move on them and got the Senate to vote on it yesterday, and they all voted unanimously for the files to be released. So the next trick in the bag, in my opinion, is going to be he's already called for an investigation into Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, and some other people regarding the Epstein files. So either he's going to weasel his way out about saying that it's an ongoing investigation, which that's the reason why Joe Biden didn't release the files because Ghislaine Maxwell was on trial at that time and he couldn't release the files because it was an ongoing investigation. And so Trump going to pull the same trick. He's going to say that it's an ongoing investigation, and that's the reason why they can't release the files. Or he's going to say, or the files are going to be so redacted, like they did when we did the January 6th files. Remember when Mueller had the investigation,
Let's go
and Trump was in office
half
at that
black, half
time.
white.
Yeah, and most of it was redacted, so you couldn't make much out
Heads
of
or
it
tails of it,
anyway
yeah.
because half of the paper, half of the file was redacted. So that's going to be his answer, and he told the Republicans to go ahead and vote for it. To make it look like it was his idea for them to vote for it, so that way he could blame it on the Democrats. So that's what I got to say about it.
Well, we're gonna talk a little bit
Well, it
more.
look like he's trying to find the Epstein file down there with Bubba. The picture right now that's on the screen look like he's trying to find the Epstein file through the Bubba.
Child.
Are we
Well,
going to are we going to acknowledge anybody that's in the chat that's saying some things in regards to this?
yeah, I've been highlighting everybody's comments, even though we haven't had time to get to them. I've really been highlighting the comments. I mean, you're on mute if you're trying to speak.
Oh,
Uh,
I was speaking. Y'all
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
hear? Did y'all hear
We
anything I
no, we ain't
said?
heard no, child. We
Oh
ain't heard
Lord,
nothing. We ain't heard a thing,
I
child.
was saying my best jokes.
Right. Well, you want
Look.
to tell them again because we ain't heard nothing.
Y'all would have been on the floor rolling if y'all would have heard what I said, but oh well. Maybe
Chocolate
next
Drop
time.
said Uncle Bubba. Uncle Bubba.
That is
So
funny.
Hydro say he'll sick, sick perverted. He said, and Mike say there are still tricks in the bag. Hey, Rita Lane, thanks for joining us. She said that ain't Trump in that picture. Okay, look like Trump to me.
Look like Trump to me. All that good and the hat that look like.
I
Let me
It's
actually checked.
giving
I checked
Trump.
with Google. I checked with Google to see if the pictures. Listen here, I checked with Google to see if the pictures was authentic. Google say the pictures are authentic. So, if y'all got a problem with it, y'all give it Google because I definitely checked. And Hydro said that's why they need a party room or a house or for something. Yeah.
That's what they need that damn
Choc-
ballroom for.
yeah. Chocolate Drop said, wait a minute. What the hell did that picture come from? It came from Google. Chocolate Drop. The pictures
That's
are on
not
Google. Y'all can Google them.
Google them. I'm telling y'all,
They're
Google
on
them.
there, and you could ask Google are the pictures authentic, and Google is gonna tell you yes, they are authentic.
Or nay. They gonna let you know what it is.
Right, and you say depending on who lead the investigation and to who he is, buddy. That's right, and just to be transparent, Jeffrey Epstein's brother did say that Bill Clinton was not Bubba, so.
Oh.
Maybe Bill Clinton has another pet name, but they said that's not Bill Clinton's pet name. But based on this picture, he got some type of pet name that Agent Orange done gave him. So I
I
just want to
mean,
throw that
yeah,
out
we
there.
can only infer because we don't know none of the facts, right? We wasn't
Right,
living these lives, but
right.
from the proof and the evidence that's coming out, and y'all, I did not AI generate these images. They
They
came
own
straight
Google.
from Google, and each Google image has its own reference or site that you can go to and you can review. So y'all are more than welcome to do so. Like I always tell y'all, do your own research.
Right. And yes, Sheena, the Senate already voted. The bill is already on its way to the House, to uh, President Trump for him to sign. So we're gonna see how he's gonna finagle his
He ain't
way out
got
of signing the bill.
he ain't got to. All he can do is sign it. He can't veto it. So all he can do is sign it into law. So
Right.
he can veto it. He still have
no, he
that right.
can't because they have
No,
they
because it's
it's
unanimous.
unanimous. So
Oh,
They can,
okay.
and he can
it's
veto it,
veto
but the
proof.
Senate can go back and just put it out because the Senate overwhelmingly voted for it.
Hmm. So it's veto proof.
Oh well, he's done. That's a done deal. I didn't know it was unanimous. Or well, since it's unanimous, well he can't veto shit.
Right. All right, guys. So the next topic that we're gonna get into is going to be our Favorite guy. We're gonna talk about the release of the Epstein files, and we're gonna talk about this vote. As a matter of fact, we're getting into it right now. Look, in fact, I may not even need to do the damn segment no more. I think we done discussed it. No, let's go ahead and talk about it.
This morning, the bill ordering the Justice Department to release its files on sex offender Jeffrey Epstein will soon be on President Trump's desk after the House
I'm
passed the
sorry,
bill nearly
not that one.
unanimously.
Coverage at noon as CBS 17 is learning federal immigration agents have wrapped up their work in the triangle. This is according to the mayor of Raleigh.
Meanwhile, the fallout from the federal immigration crackdown continues. CBS 17's Shabnan Dinesh is live in Raleigh. CBS 17's Ben Boken is live in Durham. We begin, though, with CBS 17's Baron James live from Cary, where several businesses shut down amidst the enforcement on Tuesday. So, Baron, what's it like today?
Liz and Bill, I'll tell you, here it is right here. The sign on the wall says it all. Closed Tuesday, closed today, Wednesday, November 19th. Take a look at this video. We went from one restaurant to another here in the Chatham Plaza Shopping Center today, and the doors at several Asian and Mexican restaurants were all locked as they were Tuesday, day one of the immigration enforcement surge. When agents and a man with his hands behind his back were caught on camera by a customer here at this Home Depot on Walnut Street, then several miles away here at a Bass Pro Shop, two marked U.S. Customs and Border Protection vehicles were spotted, and right on their tails, community groups have joined forces, empowered by hundreds of volunteers, going from door to door to try to help people stay safe and informed of their rights.
Everyone's afraid, which is terrible. That's not what we're supposed to be about in America. So I'm here trying to make sure that people are warned and using my white privilege. Here at the Lightbridge Academy construction site on the corner of Reedy Creek Road and Maynard Road Tuesday, a passerby recorded this unmarked van with at least two agents seen talking with a construction worker whose supervisor told me was taken away, and another worker was also detained, then released when he proved his legal status to the agents. Several of my sources with community organizing group Sembra and C tell me that more protests against the immigration enforcement are planned for today. We're live in Cary. Baron James, CBS 17 News.
All right, Baron, thank you for that update.
So it looks like a lot of the businesses are actually closing down because of ICE. A lot of the businesses now, especially like the Chinese, the all of these, I mean, we're in Texas, so we have all types of different businesses, but it looks like the result of ICE is we're gonna have less food options.
Well, I have family that lives in Charlotte, and my brother was saying the traffic is so bad because of ICE that a lot of companies are getting delayed deliveries. A lot of stores, I mean restaurants are closed down. They said the economy is like gridlock shut down. It's almost, he said it's almost like doing C-19, where a lot of these strip malls that have a lot of these restaurants are closed down because of this, and you're messing up the economy in that area now. A lot of people like, oh, they need to go, but you got to remember, even though they're in your neighborhood, they're bringing revenue in. That's bringing the tax dollars down, where you're not paying tax dollars as high in that county or that area on your property. So when they leave, the tax dollars gonna go up. Why? Because there's no other revenue coming in for those places that they were renting or owning. So now that they're no longer owned, the people are gone. The revenue gonna go up because they're gonna need that revenue, and you know who they're gonna go after? The taxpayers that's still here, that's making the money, because now they don't have nobody else to get the money from but you. So you still cutting off your nose besides your face. So, I go with illegal. If it's illegal and they are criminals, I have no problem with that. But when you're snatching up people that are legal here, they have everything, their visa, their green cards, their everything, and you taking them because they look that way or they sound that way, you're losing everything. Right now, our economy gonna go higher as far as everything in prices, your property, your taxes, and everything. It's not making it better, it's making it worse because of the way they're going about it. I don't get me wrong. If they hear illegal and they are corrupt, go ahead, do what you got to do. But if they hear legitimate and they working and they got a family and they're doing what they're supposed to do, no, do
But he
not.
don't care if they here legally or not. He said if they look, if they brown, if they look if you get an inkling that they could have came from across the border, lock their ass up and ask questions later. They
And
got a quota to meet.
I understand, but my thing is, okay, my son, one of my sons, lived in an area, and he's just, he just moved in his house, and they, you know how you have those new developments. He
Hmm.
said now there are 15 places that has started working on building houses. Are now, he said it's been 3 months now that nobody's working on those buildings. Those people, you got to realize those people pay money for those houses to be built. Now they displaced because they ready to get out of where they are to get into their house. They can't get into their house because it's not being built.
Could
And
you imagine paying thousands of dollars to the contractor, and then the contractor has to stop work and disappear? Maybe got deported, and who knows where your money at?
Well,
W-
see, a lot of these people that own come to get those workers, and I was there last year in April, and I watched them put up 3 houses. I'm gonna tell you, they put up 3 houses within 3 weeks. I mean, not completely, but they were putting them up, and they were working hard. Those people work hard. They don't go out there and just they got y'all thinking that they on welfare and they getting all our welfare money and all this food stamps. No, no, those people out there hustling and working just as hard as you are to take care of their family. And I mean, they work. Now that they are gone, those houses are sitting there with just partially finished. Now, because that's not going on, the people that got houses there, the value of their houses are down because there's no houses to compare to what's there.
Well, I know one thing. A lot of the restaurants I go to have immigrant staff um, in the kitchen and outside taking your order and all the stuff. So um, we probably gonna have to cut down on our eating out because if I have to rely on Americanized people to clean and cook I don't want it. I don't want it. Nope.
And you gotta also you got nannies. A lot of people don't want to do the nanny work. Our regular culture don't want to do the nanny work. They was doing it. A lot
You
of
get an American and your baby gonna have a diaper rash within the
right.
first 3 days.
That part. Then you got landscaping. A lot of our American people don't want to do landscaping because it's hard labor. A lot of our American people don't want to go out here building on houses
Or
because
they find shortcuts when they do.
right. And
Half
then
ass do it.
they charge you up the yang yang to do it for you. So I'm like, right now this man is hurting everybody. Everybody's like, oh, well, it's the farmer's field, but no, there's a lot of things that they was doing that we don't do. The dishwashers, waitress jobs. How many of our American people want to just do below minimum wage
And
to
how
do
many of us want to be seen? How many of y'all would rather have? I mean, aside from the obvious, if it's any other race, but if we had I, somebody that looked like us in the black community, if we had a waiter, 9 times out of 10, we gonna have to deal with some type of attitude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like the people that don't mind being nice and taking my order and
That's happy to be at the job.
that's happy to help me. Don't make me feel like I'm a burden.
that part.
Hey,
That
look at
part.
here. I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all talking about our folks.
No,
Let
I
me
ain't
tell
talking
y'all.
about. Ain't
Let me
nothing
tell
wrong
y'all
with
something.
it.
Let me tell
It
y'all
just don't
something.
belong. in those positions anymore.
Oh,
Like
all right. I done heard enough from you and Fox. Let me represent my damn people. Now,
Yeah, represent them.
sometimes
Represent.
sometimes we be going through things. Okay. Sometimes sometimes shit just be happening. Okay. So every day ain't no good day for us. And so we sorry. We sorry we gotta take it out on y'all sometimes. And then Foxy
we
talking about
sorry that baby daddy ain't answering the phone. Hey, you
yeah, the
done
baby, that
called
damn baby daddy didn't
her.
bring the child support. That child support check didn't come through. So hell, we sorry. We can't help that. Life be lifing for us sometimes. And then Foxy talking about we don't want to work and we don't want to build houses. Hell, we can't build them. We don't know nothing about that. We don't know nothing about pouring no concrete and building no houses and shit. So we need people to do all that. And
They're
we
not
sure
moving no 2-story house built by one of us.
right.
Look, look,
Hey,
and last,
all we got is 2 men in a truck that possibly can move your shit in your house. That's all we can do for y'all.
But
And
them
we
the
ain't going
stuff that
back to
you
no
don't really need or
right,
want because it
right.
might come up scratched.
And we ain't gonna be picking no oranges and lemons and tomatoes and potatoes and shit because we're gonna take half of it home. So
Right,
y'all don't want us doing these jobs. I'm just saying, y'all really don't want us on these jobs. Y'all ain't gonna have no towels at the hotel.
right,
You ain't,
right.
you ain't gonna have no food. You ain't gonna have no pots and pans and shit to cook the stuff in. So
Exactly.
so the best
It's
thing
all
for y'all
coming
to
home.
yeah, so the best thing for y'all to do is leave these people, leave these people here so they can do the job and so y'all can keep y'all shit. Because if y'all want us to do this kind of stuff, trust me, it's gonna be some consequences.
Okay.
wait a
For
minute,
us to
wait a
get out
minute,
there and do all of
wait
that.
a minute.
I just wanna, stand up for my people because I'm tired of y'all talking about us like that.
Well, you like the landscaping. Half of us don't even want to go out there and mow the grass as it is, and we gonna landscape for you.
Landscape?
Uh,
What is all of that? We don't know nothing about no damn landscaping. What you mean? We'll cut the grass
I
and that's
could
it.
mow the lawn.
Yeah,
Shit.
we'll cut the grass, but we ain't
Run
gonna be
in the
trimming.
back. I do it for 60. I
Hey,
mean,
yeah, and we ain't gonna blow the leaves. We ain't gonna blow the grass off your sidewalk. We'll cut it though,
oh, that's the
and
up fee. That's
and
an
we're
up
gonna leave it,
charge.
and we're gonna leave the dead grass in your good grass so you can your good grass.
and look, that's an extra charge. If you want us to bag it, that's an extra charge. If you want us to
Right,
take it from there, it's an extra charge.
right.
If we got to use our own bags, that's another charge.
That's another
Exactly.
charge. Yeah,
You
y'all got to
know.
supply the bags and all of that. So, but this is what everybody voted for. Okay, I
Yep.
understand. I understand. That we're going through some hard times. I understand. Yeah, there you go. Real. Most of us are allergic to grass and shit. We can't be doing all of that.
Okay.
But I understand the fight and I understand the pain and what's going on. But this is what America voted for, and I keep telling everybody, America needs to go through we have to go
The
through this,
pain,
guys.
right?
We have to go through this
And
pain
learn.
so we can learn a lesson because let's keep it real. Most Americans are spoiled. We're
Hmm.
spoiled. We want what we want. We don't want to get up and get it. We want Rosalinda to go over there and bring us a nice glass of lemonade and keep our children and shit. And we don't want to do that ourselves.
Even
And
Trump
so,
talking about handing out another round of $2,000 checks.
stimulus checks. That's
Yeah.
right. But that's just hide the fact that you're not gonna have no health care. Like $2,000 gonna take care of hell. One doctor visit will take the $2,000 if you using two bills, doctor. So I don't know
Well,
how
I
I
mean,
don't know how
depending on
much
what
that's
your
gonna help you.
deductible is, because you're gonna have a
Listen,
deductible.
the
You should
deductible
have
gonna
an
be
out-of-pocket
no, no, no,
max.
no, no. Remember, you're not gonna have no insurance, so your deductible gonna be that $1,000. Remember?
You so silly. Nah,
Oh,
you gotta have insurance.
well, the whole thing about it is the insurance is going up 3 or 4 times as much as for what it's cost. Even my insurance, I got Medicare, and it's going up.
But that mean that what they should do is relax or lower the requirements for people getting federal assistance like SNAP. Because if we gonna have to pay hundreds, in some cases thousands of dollars more a month for our insurance, and you mean to tell me, where's this money coming from? We ain't getting paid no more.
Well,
So I think they
Uh,
need
the
to.
money going to the damn ballroom. Okay,
Okay.
that's what the money going to. You ain't
right.
gonna have it ain't no more money. All the oligarchs that's in the administration right now, they taking all the funds. They want a two-tier system. They want a rich class and a poor class. And so
Wait,
what I advise everybody to do is to get off their ass and go get their real ID for whatever they state require and make sure you get your voter ID so you can vote these fools out of office and you can go back to living your life. And like somebody said in the chat a while ago, it's going to take us at least a whole decade to recover from this administration with all the corruption that's going on and all the cuts. And I just saw on the news today they're getting ready to cut the Department of Education. They finna cut out a lot of funds from the Department of Education. So it's gonna take a while for us to recover. And Minion, I put two videos in the chat because some people said that they wasn't aware that the Senate voted for the bill. So I put that in the chat. And Trump just signed the bill 59 minutes ago. So I put that in the chat also. So let's see what kind of shenanigans he's gonna have going on with these Epstein files. I guarantee you, if he signed it, like somebody said a while ago, they felt like the shutdown was
It's gonna be
they shut the
redacted.
government down so they could redact the files.
Hmm.
So more than likely, that's what's happening right now. If, in order for him to sign that bill this quick, he got a trick up his sleeve. You can rest assured of that.
I think he been preparing himself for this. You know.
And that's why he named all them other people. He named all them other people so everybody, he figured that
Yeah,
everybody
because
gonna
that's
be
that's whose
Look
name is in the
at
damn
her.
file. And he say he don't know half of them.
All right.
he test the lion. He test the lying.
Well, guys, that's my two. It was the last two links that you sent.
Yeah, it's the last two links, just so that they'll have the proof that the Senate did the bill, and then and then CNN just reported that he just signed the bill. So I just want to make sure we have full transparency when we
Sure,
talk
sure,
about these stories.
sure. We'll bring it up towards the end of the show, but before, while I look for those videos and get them downloaded, actually, what we can do is take a brief break and a brief moment so that you guys can do us a huge favor and like the video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Of course, this is if you're on my channel. We want you to go to I Said What I Said, to Foxy 2 Roxy 3, and to Off the Record, and make sure that you subscribe. And likewise, if you're on I Said What I Said or Foxy 2 Roxy 3, just come over to the rest of our channels, subscribe, hit the like button, and you can dip back into whatever chat that you prefer to be in.
And
All
I'll
right.
put the channels. I'll link the channel. I'll put the channels in the chat.
I put them in. I already put
Oh,
them
you
in.
already put them in. Okay, cool.
I
Oh,
put them in at the beginning. So anybody that want to subscribe to any of our channels, go to the beginning. If you in replay or if you in the live, go to the
we ain't gonna
beginning.
make them do all that work, Foxy. We gonna put it
Because
back
and
in
a
for
lot of times,
y'all.
we'll put it back in there again because sometimes you can't even go to the first comments.
Right, because it be refreshing to the point where you can't see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you can't see it because we've had a lot of comments. So,
All right.
I'll get them in there.
All right, guys. So without further delay, what we're gonna do is give y'all a brief commercial break. You guys are gonna see our intros, my intro, I Said What I Said intro, and we're gonna be working on Foxy's intro, so that's coming soon. Again, while we take this brief intermission, y'all just do us a huge favor, like the videos, and we'll be back.
I join the channel, it's what you need. True crime stories, secrets they'll feed. Say that gossip and political heat. I said what I said, bring to me. Truth comes but we're never late, yeah. Diamond stories, it's our fate, oh no. Welcome to a place where voices speak. Tune in now, indulge every week. Who's in the spotlight, who took the fall? We got the scoops, we cover it all. From high society to those who recall. I said when I said stories that will sprawl, yeah. Truth turns why we're never late. Oh, no stone unturned, we're here to relate. Well, what you let? Welcome to the channel, it's a bubble streak. Subscribe and join the channel every week.
Yeah, you feel me? Me and the God step into the night. No filter, no apologies, just facts. Just facts. Uncut, unfiltered, let's ride. Let's ride. Me and the God, yeah, I own this night. Vibe so smooth, yeah, I say what's right. Say it. Whispers in the dark, truths at night. Controversial, unapologetic, play this all night. All night. Step close, feel the heat, energy align. Every word I drop, yeah, I speak my mind. Velvet voice, raw truth, make you sway. No sugarcoat, no lies, just the way I play. Late night confessions, secrets in the air. Bold statements, bold moves, let them stop and stare. Minion with a pinion, commentary with bite. Every note I sing, you feel the truth tonight. Hands on the wall, hear the bass align. Every controversial line, yeah, redefine. This ain't just music, it's unapologetic sign. Me and the God, eternal sensual, divine. Me and the God, yeah, I own it. I own it, own it. Vibe so smooth, yeah, say what's right. Say it. Whispers in the dark, truths at night. Controversial, unapologetic, play this all night. All night. Lights fade, body sway. Truth hits harder when I play. No filter, no cap, feel the energy stay. Minion to God, bold uncut, all the way. Nighttime vibes wherever we reign. Unfiltered until no one can contain. Minion to God, the voice of the lane. Controversial energy, yeah, they feel my flame. Flame. On it.
Lights on, mic check, time to break it down. Real talk, real life, she about to air it out. Spotlight, insight, the truth she'll expose. Tune in, sit back, this tea hot, never cold. We here in the Foxy Angel Zone. She keeps it real, this the you can't stop me zone. She loves to collaborate, but she can do this on her own. Now let's celebrate and welcome Foxy to the show. Lights on, mic check, time to break it down. Real talk, real life, she about to air it out. Spotlight, inside the truth.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next video.
Hey, had to make sure I took myself off the mute button.
All right.
All right, y'all. So hopefully you guys took that time to either stretch your hands and arms and legs and toes out and get comfortable for the next half of the show. And also, I hope you took advantage of that time by subscribing to the channels. All right. So with that being said, I think we're ready to get into Foxy to Roxy 3. We're gonna be talking about what is it? The true crime
Yeah,
that's
true
going on.
crime. Yeah, that's Fox's thing.
All right, let's get into it. You ready, Fox?
I am so ready.
All right, so what's the first story that we're gonna be talking about?
We're going to be talking about a young lady that was in Chicago that some young kids, children, attacked her and her children on their way home.
Okay. All right, let me go ahead and play the video.
A brutal attack on a mother and her children near a Southside school. This happened yesterday afternoon near 106th and Bensley. That's right down the street from Orville T. Bright Elementary School. Video shared tens of thousands of times on Facebook shows this attack, and you can see that woman being punched and eventually falling to the ground, and that's when the assault turns even more violent. We've frozen the video here because it's too graphic after this point. We've also blurred the faces of the people involved because they're minors and no charges have been filed. Police say the woman and a 9-year-old boy went to the hospital in serious condition. Word of the attack spread quickly on social media and led to a big crowd gathering outside the school this morning demanding answers and justice. We've reached out to CPS for comments on this.
Okay. So.
Okay, let me give you the history. The mother is a sickle cell. She has the actual disease. And in the video, they didn't show all of it, but in the video, as she was walking home, it looked like she's pregnant, but she's not pregnant. She's on medication, so sickle cell patients sometimes, depends on the medication, it bloats them around their stomach. So with her being with a sickle cell, and she had two small children, and the school that they walk by, this is not the school that her children go to. These are children that are older, that they walk home. She walks home with her children, and these kids have been bullying people in that neighborhood since, because they have to walk by them to go home to this, they call it the projects. And so because of that, they've been bullying this lady and her two children. And so they cornered her, and they end up beating her and her son. The daughter is not sickle cell, but the son has sickle cell also. That's why they was in the hospital in critical condition, because both of them have sickle cell. And if anybody know the history of sickle cell, the blood sickles, which clots in the
What?
joints, and it makes the joints hurt tremendously bad. So this lady and her son both have that. So with their abuse, that's the reason why they was in serious condition, because that that's painful already. And then if you're already in a crisis or not in a crisis, you're hurting even more so. But I want to get an update. Wasn't able to get it to my producer, Mr. Minion with Opinion, in time. I just found out today that they are removing the city of Chicago are coming together. The people in the community are coming together. They have advocated for this lady because of her children and their condition, removing them from the area they're in and putting them in a house. Everybody, they have donated furniture and everything to help them out, to get them in a better position than what they were. And they are doing a thorough investigation on these children. Some of them possibly may be charged because of their age. Some of them won't because they are too minor. But some of them are going, and the ones that are too minor, they're going after the parents for this mob attack on this mother and her children. The youngest child, they didn't show the video, but the youngest child was up by the fence crying and was, you know, dealing with trauma and seeing her mama and her brother brutally attacked. They kicked her in her back, they kicked her in the head, they grabbed the boy. They didn't show it on the video, but I was able to see the video. But because it's the news media, they wasn't able to do it. They grabbed the boy, drug him, threw him to the ground, and banged his head into the concrete on the concrete in the street, and kicked him also. So they abused, and the youth are bigger. If you see in that video, they are bigger. They're not little kids. They are bigger. And so this mother was defenseless. She had, from what I was told from doing more research, she had just came out of the hospital from having a sickle cell crisis. So anybody that know anything about sickle cell, when they come out of those hospitals and from having a crisis, they are not at their 100% potential to fight. And that's why that mother was getting abused. And that's why they're coming at her, because she was already weak. She couldn't fight all of them along with protecting her children. So this is, I wanted to know how my co-hosts feel and what they think about these children attacking this lady and her children, and there was and this son, this child, the boy wasn't even part of the school. They were from an elementary school. This is junior high and high school kids that did this. So I just want to see how the chat and you all feel about this.
Well, I think it's just despicable. And who the hell raising these crumb snatchers these days? Why would you attack a mother and a young child like that? And you're, like you said, you're much older. Um, I'm glad that the city is coming together and to get them into another neighborhood so that they don't have to be re-terrorized again, and so that the little boy don't have to be bullied, because he's probably going to be bullied at this point if he was going to be still in that neighborhood, and probably more than possibly afraid to even go to school. And she could be possibly too sick to even walk him to school, or to even walk him to the, I don't know if he had a bus or what have you. But this is just disgraceful. And this is one of the things that I'll be talking about when it comes to us. Why are we attacking our own communities? That is crazy. We need to do better. It used to be that the community protected each other, especially if it was somebody that was vulnerable. And at the end of the day, they had no business fighting on these kids and fighting on the little boy or his mom. And I hope they find everybody. I really do. I hope they find everybody and people that possibly filmed it on social media, because I'm pretty sure it's been all over social media about what's happening. So hopefully some people can turn that footage into the cops, and so that they can catch each and every last one of those people that did harm to those kids. So that's what I have to say about it.
I think it's totally disgraceful, and I guess I would mirror somewhat what I said. What I said because it's the parents. Like, why are your kids? Why is this their way? How do they feel like this is even appropriate to do? Like, I was scared as shit to do anything when I wasn't at home because I just knew if I got caught or if I got in trouble, what would happen at my house. So, but I think it just speaks to the era that we're in right now, where kids are just out here running amok.
Well, from what I've looked at, for the update, with them moving and everything, they have got information on a lot, and they're going after the parents now. They're not going after the children because of the
Good.
age limit. They're going after parents. And this is me as a mother, I think a lot of these parents need to be responsible for these kids. And, you know, I
Go
live in
fast.
Right, I live here in D.C. and I remember a 13-year-old boy was unalive in the city at 4 o'clock in the morning. And when the news media talked to the mother, she said, "Oh, boys will be boys,
Hmm.
and I can't keep an eye on my boy 24/7. So boys will be boys."
That was her own son that she was saying that about.
Yes, boys will be boys. This is what she said on the news. They was like, "Well, what can you do?" She said, "Well, it's nothing I can really do because boys will be boys." It's like, okay, hey, they are who they are. And I feel sorry because that's the mentality that a lot of these parents are saying. Kids will be kids. A
Well, that
lot,
was the answer that JD Vance gave for the signal. All the people on signal that was saying all that racist stuff.
right.
He said
You
that's
know,
just boys will be kids will be kids.
and that's the sad part, that we done got into that mentality that bullying is okay because kids will be kids. Let them beat them up. Let them, that make them tough. But so many kids are unaliving themselves, or a lot of kids are damaged and fear that, as they get older, they end up unaliving themselves because of the trauma. And a lot of these parents can't. I mean, a lot of these kids are not getting the counseling, because if you say you need counseling in our community, you are considered crazy. So they don't take their children to counseling to help them with the trauma, so they get out here later on when they get older and start doing, attacking. Okay, I'm gonna do it to them before they do it to me. Like Medea said, I'm gonna do it to them before they get a chance to do it to me. That's the mentality that they have now. I'm gonna get them before they get me. I'm not gonna be in that position no more. So I'm gonna get them and I'm gonna show them that you can't do that to me no more. But you're grown now. You got children that look up to you, and I think it's a bad mentality, thought mind, way of thinking. So I'm glad that I got, that I was able to look at the update that they moving her and the kids out of that community. They moving them in the house. They getting them in a better school, and I think that's best. And I hope that the community help them with counseling. They help these children because they are young. The little girl look like she's about 6 or 7 years old, and she's standing against the fence watching her mama and brother get abused, and she
Well,
just there crying her little heart out.
well, they're gonna have to do like they did because remember when you had Minion. I don't know if you remember or not, but in Texas, we used to have a truancy problem where
Hmm.
kids wasn't going to school. Well, they made a law. If your kid don't go to school, we're coming after the parent. And so the same mentality is just going to have to happen, in this situation. Like you said, charge the parents because you can rest assured once you start making these adults accountable for their own children, a lot of this kind of stuff will cut out. And so even like in Atlanta, Georgia, remember when the little boy went shot the school up?
Mm-hmm.
The last little boy that shot the school up, where they charged his parents with him having a firearm, and that's what we need to start doing in these states. If you're not going to eliminate the problem, you're not going to raise your child the right way. Well, then you're going to be responsible for everything that your child do, and I guarantee you, it may not eliminate the problem altogether, but a lot of it will be eliminated. A lot of that stuff will be cut down because when I was a kid and I was going to school, my mama was crazy. Okay.
Ha,
My mama
ha.
did not play. My mama did not play. I knew exactly what I could get away with, what I couldn't get away with. And I did not want that woman coming up there to the schoolhouse embarrassing me because that's exactly what she would have done. And we don't have that anymore. Parents are not parenting anymore. But if you start making these parents responsible for the actions of their children, I guarantee you they'll start raising these kids a little bit better. And we'll have less of this bullying mess and we'll have less of this beating people up and so on and so forth. And like I said, it's not going to eliminate it 100%, but it definitely can put a curve in it,
Right, and it'll put a damp, a dent in it because
put a dent in it. Yeah.
because my son was going to the school and the teacher was verbally abusing her classroom, and I went to this principal and everything, and they didn't do anything. So I went to the law and I presented the law against them to till today. I don't have any kids in this that county anymore, but I found out through people that do have their kids in that county, because of me standing up, because of me coming at them the way I did, they got a law against them where the teachers cannot verbally abuse these kids anymore, which wasn't, that wasn't a crime at that time, but us parents was accused of a crime if we verbally abused our kid, locked up, anger management, all this stuff. But the teachers was allowed to do it and wasn't, getting away with it. So because of me taking it away the route I went, it was changed over where now in that particular county and their school board, that is one of the laws on their books, that a teacher cannot verbally abuse any children anymore. And I'm thankful for that. And I thank God that He directed me in that direction to do that. But but I made them be accountable for that teacher. I made them be accountable for those teachers, like they make us accountable for our kids. And it's time for us to stand up and make other parents be accountable for their children. Don't sit back and say because they live in that area, or in that situation, that is below, poverty, that they exempt from it.
Deserve that treatment.
Right? No, that's not fair. That mother was walking home with her children from another school. They weren't even at the school where these kids attacked, and she ain't did nothing from what I got from what I got from the report and everything. She was just walking home. These kids have been doing this to people in the neighborhood for a while now. I'm not going to say years, for a while now, because of the neighborhood they live in, and these kids feel like they was above them, so they bullied and teased these people, the parents and the kids, to a point that a lot of the kids parents started doing the kids at home. She was just one of the brave ones, was still, well, not brave one, but one of those that was unfortunate that couldn't do it at home and kept taking her kids to school. And this is what this is the treatment they got. And this little boy, they didn't know nothing about this little boy, but because he was from that area and because he was, they were suffering, they decided to pick on them and bully them and beat up the mother and the child.
But this is what I will say. See, God is always working because everything always happens for a reason. If you think about it, yeah, they got beat up, but they still alive. They can still heal. And now she in a new house, in a new neighborhood. She can make a way for her kids that otherwise wouldn't have been available to her. So, I think everything have it's still unfortunate. And the people who, are were involved should still be held accountable. But I think that everything still happens for a reason. And also, I just want to shout out some of the people who came in, like Common Sense, and I think Karen,
Karen.
hmm
Hmm.
And Real 75th.
Real. Thank you
Yeah.
guys for being here. Chocolate Drop, all you guys, thanks for being here. Um, all right, well, you ready to get into your next story? Your next story.
Yes, I am ready. I am so ready, partner.
All right, let's get to it. So the next one, I think we're gonna be talking about the baby in the car.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Gave birth to her baby in her car minutes after being turned away from a Northwest Indiana hospital.
Video shows her being wheeled out by hospital staff, and she's clearly in pain. Our SL Razai is live in Munster, where the woman and her baby are recovering right now. SL?
Yeah, Joe, Erica, the videos the family posted online have quickly gone viral. It shows them at another hospital about 30 minutes away from here in Crown Point. The family says 8 minutes after being turned away from there, their baby was born in their car. 911 dispatchers were on the phone with them and led them here to Community Hospital, where they say they were welcomed with open arms.
Is being kicked out of this hospital because she's in active labor.
This is video the family posted to Facebook showing Mercedes Wells being pushed down the hallway of a Crown Point hospital in a wheelchair. Her family says she was in active labor, but they say hospital staff told her because she was only dilated 3 centimeters, she would have to come back later. Her sister-in-law, Sharice Joy Thompson, says they were visiting family in Indiana, and the baby wasn't due for another couple of weeks.
I feel like my family's rights have been violated.
She says 8 minutes after being discharged from Franciscan Health in Crown Point, the baby was born in the car.
She said, I got to push. And so he was driving with one hand, ripped her pants off with the other hand, and looked down, and he said he could see the baby's head. And he was like, oh my God, here's the baby's head. He grabbed a blanket, caught the baby, and then put the baby on my sister-in-law's chest, Mercedes' chest, and the umbilical, everything was still attached, and they kept on driving.
She says they're grateful for the staff at Community Hospital, where the family is now.
911 was able to call the hospital and give them notice that they were coming, and so there were 15 doctors and nurses outside waiting for them to arrive.
She called her brother a hero.
He was able to, be calm and deliver his baby in that kind of pressure.
She shared how her sister-in-law is feeling right now.
So when I went to the hospital yesterday, when I opened up the door and Mercedes saw me, she just started crying because she feels violated. She feels unheard. She feels dismissed.
And right now, the family hopes hospital staff that turned Mercedes away are held responsible. Franciscan Health in Crown Point says they've opened an internal investigation into the alleged incident. We know right now mom and baby are here recovering and doing well. Live in Munster, Indiana, I'm SL Rizai, CBS News Chicago.
Wow, that's great to hear. What a story that is.
Right.
And the dad, it looked like he just kept driving down the road, one-handed catch, and driving the other one.
Great under pressure.
Yeah.
But that's got to be pretty traumatic.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Glad they're okay.
Thanks to Sal.
Wow, that was crazy.
It wasn't nothing to make no. It wasn't. I'm gonna let you talk just a second, Fox, but it wasn't nothing to make fun of or light of. Ain't no damn silver lining to the end of this damn story.
No, it's not. With me, us women, you know, just because, okay, from what I was informed, that she was 3 centimeters, that's the quote unquote allegedly reason for them to send her out the door. Okay. Any woman that is have ever had pregnancy know that 3 centimeters can turn into 8 centimeters or 9 centimeters in 2.3 seconds. You can be laying there, okay, you're only 3 centimeters, okay, and before you know it, you already centimeter to 7 and 8, and the baby about to come. So you can't sit back and say that 3 centimeters, okay, you ain't ready and send you back home. I mean, they do it a lot. Don't get me wrong. They have done it a lot in doctor's office and hospitals and stuff. But they always keep you to make sure that you're not dilating anymore. So a lot of times they keep you an hour to an hour and a half to 2 hours to make sure that nothing changes before they put you out the door. This young lady will push out the door because they checked and said, "Oh, you're only 3 centimeters. You got to go. Bye." And I think that's what, thank God that he protected them, her and the baby, and they are healthy and everything went well. And also, it touches me also with that. Also, I worked at a hospital. I worked at Prince George's Hospital in Prince George's County. And I have been outside when vehicles pull up and the wife or the person is in the back seat. And we always had gloves in our pockets. And I have actually witnessed 2 to 3 pregnancies where the baby was coming out. And by the time my other fellow workers went and notified the people, I was standing there with a baby in my hands, waiting for the doctors to come out and do what they do. So, you never know what they can do, what happens when a woman get ready to have a baby. And for that hospital to send her away, anything can happen. And it's always known that any woman that's having a baby, they're at high risk of not making it. And for some reason, they think that because we are our complexion, we should, we're more subject to make it having a baby than not make it, and that is a definitely not true. So my coworkers, my co-hosts, y'all can comment on that.
Oh,
That's
I'm finna go in, don't you?
yeah.
I'm finna go
And
all the way to hell
go
in.
ahead, baby, go all the way in. 'Cause I was trying
I
to.
couldn't wait for you to finish up because you already know where I'm finna take these two. I'm finna put my Black Panther hat on
Go
because
ahead.
you're absolutely right. This shit only happens to us. We have high infant mortality rate in our community because when we go to the hospital and we complain of pain and we say something wrong with us, we're not heard and we're not believed. It's the same thing with that chick on TikTok, that TikTok that went around viral when the girl was sitting up in the damn wheelchair and she was in excruciating pain, saying that she was getting ready to have this baby, and this nurse just sitting there just taking notes as if the girl not having a baby. But get back to these people because it's not about that story, but the stories are similar, and
Right.
the part of it that pissed me off is you don't take us serious. And like Foxy said, I done had 2 kids. I done been in that lady's position. I done went to the hospital and I was only dilated. I was dilated at 5. But like you said, they didn't just send me home right away. They kept me in that hospital 2 or 3 hours. They don't just keep you no hour. They keep you damn near the whole night to see if you're gonna dilate any further. you're going to stay at that hospital more. When I was having kids in the 80s and 90s, you stayed at the hospital 5 to 6 hours to see if you're going to dilate some more. Then, if it was a false alarm, they would, they would go ahead and send you home. But
That
like
part.
you, but like you said, you can jump from 3 to 8 or 9 or 10 in a heartbeat. So they didn't, in my opinion, that's malpractice 101. I hope she sued the hell out the hospital. And yeah, because it pissed me off to how it's never pissed Tiffany.
I hope they
But
sue the baby out of them. Go ahead.
yeah. And at the end of the day, now I didn't catch it. Did she go back to the same hospital or did she go to another hospital?
She went to a different hospital because the
Yeah,
baby
because
was
okay,
and
so they had 15 staff waiting on her or what have you.
right.
And
She went to a different hospital because the dispatcher, because they're leaving.
Yeah, they probably gave them the backstory that she already went to another hospital and was sent home, and now she's had this baby. And then the damn newscaster trying to make light of the story, talking about that's some great driving with one hand and catching a baby. There's nothing cute about this story. Nothing to make is nothing light about this story. And he's a man, so I don't expect him to understand. But this baby could have passed away, and this lady could have passed away. And
Exactly.
thank you, Jesus, that both of them are okay. And at the end of the day, having a baby in a damn truck, the baby could have had all kind. They could have caught anything from germs and stuff. Because when you have a baby, everything got to be sterile. Everything got to be clean. Anytime you go to surgery, everything's supposed to be sterile and clean. So by the grace of God, He was just watching out for them, and the lady and the baby is okay. But this stuff is not a myth. I know people get, I seen a video the other day where people talking about they tired of black fatigue. Well, if you're not black, then you don't understand our struggle, and you don't understand why we're
That part.
tired and why we complain so much. But here's the evidence is right here. The evidence is on TikTok and YouTube with the other story that happened yesterday where the girl wasn't heard. And people are not just talking about these stories. We're not just putting misinformation out there. We're not just complaining just to complain, because when we go to the hospital and we say that we're in pain, we're not believed at all. It's like they either discount us or they don't believe us. And so it is what it is for us, and we got to try to find a way and depend on the Lord and everything else to try to make it through to make it through these damn situations, and it don't make no damn sense.
And another thing that like you said with the reporter, they were making light of it, but that baby could have been breech, feet first, and that cord could have been around that baby's neck while that baby was coming out, and nobody was there professionally to make sure that cord was not around that baby's neck to choke that baby. So
Right.
that's a lot right there.
Yeah, the story could have turned around and could have been a horrific story
Right,
easily. And
right.
like I said, you just got to depend on the Lord and hopefully you make it through and depend on the person that's with you. And he said her husband, but I thought she said it was her brother that helped her deliver the baby.
Yeah,
I thought she said it was her brother that ripped the pants off. So his ass ain't really even paying attention to the story.
He trying to exactly, and it was the brother, and he was driving, and he's trying to help her and be strong for her, and helping her the best way he can with one hand. And they was like, oh, he was helping her, and he ripped the pants off her with one hand, and
Right.
he was doing all that.
And how disgusting. How disgusting to have your damn brother having to touch your coochie. How disgusting. And I know that's the last part and the last thing you want to be worried about, but I can't imagine my damn brother all up in my cooch helping me have a damn baby. That is crazy. I
Well,
would sit on
apparently he
that.
didn't
I would.
have to
I
get
would.
all up in the cooch because the damn baby was
Well,
already coming
yeah,
out.
he still came from it, and I know that's too close for comfort. And I will sue just on that point alone because my damn brother had to put his hand on my cooch to help
That
me deliver my damn baby.
No, and the
that
thing that
is
gets me, he said
hilarious.
he ripped the pants off her. So he had to, he's driving, trying to concentrate on driving and trying to help his sister at the same time and trying to help her get her pants down because the baby is coming. And, there's a lot of complication with, depends on what type of pants she had on. That's a complication because, the baby's coming and, if it's restriction, because of the pants she had on, that's going to restrict the baby coming out the way it's supposed to come out. So there's a lot of technicalities in this situation that nurse did not, and I found out, and I think it was you. I said what I said. Said the nurse from the investigation that was a white nurse. So they're trying to see that if there was some prejudice in this also, you know, allegedly prejudice involved in this too. The reason why she sent out along with the insurance. So now you got me curious to do more research to find out what the follow up is on in regards to the lawsuit that they're doing against that other hospital.
Well, I hope that they win. I hope they close that mug down. And thank you, Bless
Right.
Elder Vaughn, for the $2 super sticker that you provided for us. Thank you, appreciate that. And
Thank you.
just Mike said, I believe there is a law that states only an ER physician can discharge only if stabilized. The Emergency Medical Treatment in Active Labor Act. Okay, well, I don't know who discharged her and why they
And states
discharged her.
probably have different laws, so
Yeah, yeah, different states have different laws because yeah, everything is not going to be a monolith. But the problem is, um, why you not believing these women? You
right.
you already
Period.
don't give me no
But
damn tangent. You already done got rid of the abortion. You want us to have these damn kids, and now you want to put our damn life in
no,
jeopardy.
no, 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 no. You got it wrong. He wants the white people to have the kids. Let's be very clear. But
Well, apparently black people have kids too, because they can't go get no abortions either.
yeah,
Well, but
but they can get sent away from the hospitals.
wait a minute.
Yeah,
So
What
yeah.
it
They
is,
don't want to help get bring the baby here,
right.
but you can't get rid of the baby before it become a baby. Okay, I got that. Make that make sense.
what it is, remember he said he want to make America great. So we already know they did got rid of the abortion because more, and it is statistically stated that more white people have more abortions than us brown skinned people. So they wanted to get rid of abortion so they can repopulate the white communities with white babies to for further elections to make America great again. They not realizing it takes 18 to 20 some years for these children to get to that point. So they're not there now. So all of that you doing isn't going to help you now.
Well, I got some news for them. These young people ain't having no kids. They ain't getting married, and they ain't having no abortions because guess what? They not having sex.
And with the cost of the insurance going up, hell, not only are they not having kids, we might see a lot more of these type of situations.
And with the economy going bad the way it is, who gonna want to have a baby and that's more money
Because a
taken out
lot
of
of
their
people could
pocket?
be uninsured.
Exactly, uninsured, less income, you know, and
And
like
don't forget about the hospitals closing down. So you may be in a rural area to try to even have a baby, and you may have to drive a couple hours just to get to the hospital. So
exactly.
let's not forget about
That
that
too.
too.
So yeah, exactly.
And look, and you done, remember you had Doge that was going out here, and you got what is his name, uh, RFK Jr. Going out here doing with the health and stuff, and y'all done did a big cut on that with
Women
Doge.
in what do you call it when the stuff is it's a different word for toxic. Radioactive lake rivers and shit.
Right. And then look, so you send it back, and you're a lot of rural areas. You're shutting down a lot of the hospitals. You're shutting down a lot of the funding. Okay, I know for a fact that in Durham, North Carolina, the hospital there, Duke, in that area, Duke has a lot of their programs have been non-funded because of Doge. So a lot of women are going through medical problems. I just lost a loved one not too long ago because they discontinued her care with this Doge that she couldn't get the care, and now she's unalive now. And where she's deceased now, and we just did finish doing her funeral not too I mean this past Saturday because there was no the program was discontinued to keep her alive.
But
So,
Bernie Sanders said 50,000 people was going to die every year
and she,
because of the big beautiful bill.
well, because of them doing Doge, and the Duke Hospital in North Carolina was one of the places that was hit because of their, experimental test. Well, not experimental, but they're, working on tests and everything to try to, you know, make, help people to live longer, was discontinued though because of their research. Because of their research, she was one of those um, people that was getting the research medicine, and it was keeping her alive. She was doing
She
so
was she
much
was doing
better.
she was doing experimental treatment because my mom did the same thing. It was experimental.
Right, and she
When
was
those
doing.
hospitals are, they have the
Oh
school,
yeah,
and then they have training, and so if they've cut the funding for that, then they can't teach the students and they can't practice on you,
they can't do the
and,
experiment right.
yeah, they can't come up with new research or what have you, and so and it's not just in Durham, North Carolina, Fox. It's all around America
I
that he
know,
cut
but
that he cut funding. He cut funding everywhere, and so even with this healthcare crisis that we're going to have next month, like I said, Bernie Sanders said it's going to cost at least 50. Think about 50,000 people extra, and we ain't talking about the other people that just going to pass because of whatever of natural causes and whatever, or because it's time for the midnight hour for 'em. We're talking about 50,000 additional people is going to pass away just because of the situation that you're talking about because they can't get health care.
And see, my nephew and
Hey,
now
lady.
my nephew, now my cousin, both of them were under those special different treatments from Durham. I mean, from Duke, Duke Hospital. They were going back and forth to Duke Hospital for these different programs. Because of him cutting that, I lost two family members behind that. So I have a little bitterness because of what these people are doing to our family and our community, and they think it's we're insignificant. So yeah, I have a problem with this, and this young lady, anything could. But I thank God, don't get me wrong, I thank God that she and the baby are healthy. But you know, how many other people that this is may not have had this opportunity because of that hospital.
Yeah, yeah. And guess what? They still getting their funding.
Right, exactly. And they shut down the government. Everybody was still getting paid. We were suffering behind that.
Well,
But you go into the next segment. I'm done now. I did my two segments, and I just, I'm very passionate about when it comes to us and our families and stuff. And I'm still a little hurt behind all of this, but just excuse me. I'm human. So
Well, one more thing too. And next time you call me and your partner, it's called partner,
oh,
not
okay,
not partner, partner.
partner. Okay,
and
all
it's
right,
partner. No, you got a partner. It sounded
Partner,
like
yeah, it's partner.
partner.
Yeah,
okay. Partner. You
you gonna be
going to?
hanging out with us. You gonna be hanging out with us Texans. We gonna have to Texanize you.
I'm sorry, I got a little city in me, but I go with the partner.
me
Okay,
and Minion, me and Minion
Come
don't
on
understand all.
down here.
Yeah, we don't understand all that property talk.
Uh, enunciating and pronouncing your syllables and stuff. We don't know. We don't do all that.
okay, well,
Look,
partner.
we don't do all that.
Okay, well, partners. Partner, the God. You can go ahead to the next segment.
All right. Well, the next segment was actually going to be celebrity tea, with Queen Lizzy. But because our co-host is uh going to be on the next show, we still are going to go ahead and cover it. So this is a segment that we could probably do all together.
That'll work for me,
Yeah, child,
partner.
we gonna have to.
No,
Okay.
that'll work for me, partners.
Partner, partner. All right, let's go ahead and there's a scandal with a celebrity named David that I have no idea who this person is, but I guess you guys are gonna tell me once we watch this clip.
Jar faces serious allegations tonight.
TMZ reports David is a suspect in the death of a missing teen, Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose dismembered body was found months ago in the trunk of his Tesla in Hollywood. Fox 11's Chelsea Edwards is live with the latest. Chelsea.
Well, Christine, we're standing on Doheny. We're just a few blocks from where that Tesla was found. Also, a few blocks from where David was living at the time in a rented house. Now, it's been a while since we've had any developments in this case, but now TMZ reporting that David now considered a suspect.
A disturbing new development in the death of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, the teen whose dismembered, badly decomposed body was discovered inside a Tesla at a Hollywood tow yard back in September. TMZ now reports the 20-year-old R&B singer David Anthony Burke, known professionally as David, is considered a suspect in her death. The dented, dirty Tesla with Texas license plate where Celeste's body was found was registered to David, and he lived just blocks from where it had been abandoned on Bluebird Avenue in the Hollywood Hills weeks earlier.
I truly thought it was one of the homes over there and was one of their cars that they just left because they probably had another one.
Janelle Van Eck drives past Bluebird on her daily commute and along with colleagues and neighbors noticed the Tesla weeks before it was finally impounded. When she learned that a body had been found inside.
And my heart sunk and I was like, oh my gosh, I drove past that car every single morning. And you just feel horrible, like a sinking feeling in your stomach because that's somebody's baby, right?
Celeste was remembered at a candlelight vigil in late September in her hometown of Lake Elsinore. Investigators still haven't released her cause of death and are now waiting toxicology results, a process that could take some time.
Everyone's so shocked. I mean, everyone I work with, my colleagues, we all feel like it's not real. It just doesn't feel like this is something you hear about in this neighborhood. I guess it kind of just gives you a little wake-up call to be more aware of your surroundings and, if you see something, say something.
David and Celeste are believed to have been in a relationship. With so many ties between him and the case, many aren't surprised he's now been named a suspect.
I think it makes sense and it's sad because I don't really care about who's guilty. I just hope they find the person that is guilty because a life has been taken. And that's unfortunately, that's the number one thing and that's the most important is that justice must be served and whoever did it should be found.
Now, LA District Attorney Nathan Hochman, we spoke to him today a little bit earlier, and he said that he's not received any paperwork yet regarding this latest development. We've also reached out to David's attorney for comment and have not yet heard back. Reporting live from the Hollywood Hills, I'm Chelsea Edwards, Fox 11 News. Marla, Christine.
All right, Chelsea, thank you.
Oh.
A lot of times when they ask for a toxicology report, that means the suspect, quote unquote, allegedly tried to say that that person was on drugs and they probably owe some people some money and they know them, that they was strung out and all this stuff to try to throw it off them if there was some, some abuse there. So they trying to get that person off them. So a lot of times they use the drug thing to make them sound like they was on drugs. But the thing is, they was in the trunk of a car, bro. So they try to say, okay, well, they probably owe some people. They got hold of her and put her in the trunk, let her know that you owe me some money. She was on drugs, blah, blah, blah. A lot of times they use that a lot. I've noticed that that's been used a lot to deflect from them actually doing something to that person. So,
well, also in this story though, originally they accused him of doing this, and then they said he wasn't the main suspect in the case. I don't think they ever stopped investigating him, but they said he wasn't the main suspect. And I wholeheartedly feel like they just, a lot of times the popo will do that so that you can make mistakes and so that they can watch you. Because if you feel like that you're not the main suspect anymore, then you don't just go ahead and live your life. And he was a rapper that was messing with this little kid. And so supposedly after he did this or whatever, he was still doing he was on tour doing concerts, and I think they just kind of dropped him as a suspect, like I said, so he could make some mistakes. And of course, they're not going to tell us, right away of how they feel like why they feel like he's guilty of this crime or what have you. But how horrific to have this little girl in this trunk like this in your car, and what type of person are you to unalive a kid allegedly and then just put them in a trunk like and just why
And
would you
what if
even
she
put her in a
wasn't
trunk?
unalive? What if she died while
Yeah,
in there?
suffocating.
Oh Lord.
Why she was in that trunk or what have you. And hey, succeeding in the Real Brown family. Thank you guys for stepping for coming in. And
Yeah.
Sheena B, thank you for being here tonight.
And do you know the answer to Sheena B's question? Because I don't even know this cat.
Okay, what she say? Yeah, this is the little girl that was missing. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. This is the little girl that's been missing, and she was only what 12, 14 years old or something like that.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that
she was a little kid.
and the thing that gets me, you older and she's a kid. That's disturbing. You know, and okay, you can go on. I
But
said,
but you have to keep your kids. I mean, you have to keep an eye on your kids who they're contacting. I'm pretty sure he probably some Snapchats messages or whatever. I don't know uh, what it is, what evidence they have against him or what have you. But this is just a prime example of parents gonna have to just keep a closer eye on their kids. And we so quick to give our kids these cell phones and let them be on social media, let them go to concerts, and just kind of let them have a lot of freedom. And a lot of times, listen, you got to hold on real tight to your kids because it's some monsters out there, and there's some crazy monsters out there. And
well,
and when a kid is 14 years old, when you're going through puberty, that's the hardest time of a teenager's life because you're conflicted. You hate your parents, but you love them. You're fighting with your parents, and your parents are trying to steer you in the right direction, and your hormones are all out of whack, and so you're kind of confused. And that's when you should hold on to your kids and make sure you watch your kids like a hawk because anything can happen to them. Yeah, he was a singer also. Yeah, I know he I thought he was a rapper. You said he just sung regular music, the new wave type of music. Okay. And he was he was also an internet influencer. And so
Mm.
that's why come I bring up the internet. You just got to be careful who your kids are following and who they're in communication with because things like this can happen and did happen to this little girl. And so you just gotta watch your kids and what they're
okay.
doing.
Right, because I have a 10-year-old artistic granddaughter. And when my daughter and them was here before they moved into their new place, they was only here temporary in my home. They used my internet and they used my Google, my Google app, my Google site. And now my granddaughter never changed over because, she goes into Google, like, how we go
So you
into
can see her search history.
Yep, I sure can. And every time I see something that I don't like, I delete it. I block it in a heartbeat. This was a guy that had passed me. I was dealing with something. I can't remember what I was dealing with, but something told me, hey, you might want to check into the search again because it's been a while. And when I did, I found out there was a man talking to my granddaughter, very provocative. I mean, very provocative, telling her, I know you can't show your video right now, but eventually I want you to show the video so I can see you. And she's 10. And I alerted my daughter
Wow.
I alerted my daughter and my son-in-law, and then I had already called the police because of my history. You know, they listened to me and they took it very seriously and found out it was a guy that was in Florida that was trying to seduce my granddaughter to show her body to him, and she's only 10. So and I told my daughter, don't take me off let her continue using my Google because I can block them. And so this is the thing is a lot of parents give these kids tablets and giving them phones like you said. I said what I said, and let them go on the internet and do their TikTok and all this stuff. But you don't know who is, searching and coming after your children or grandchildren because of it. Because you feel like you don't want to be bothered because you need your time. You know.
Hmm. And the
So
gaming systems too, like Roblox
right,
and Discord
right.
Hmm.
and what is that? When that little Maddie little girl from Florida, she was on. It's not Pinterest.
Telegram.
No,
They
no,
have
no. What's the other one like?
WhatsApp.
What's the other one like Pinterest? The other one. It begins with a P, but
Mm.
and it's not that popular, but people still be on there. They just be talking all the time.
And and then they got a site that's supposed to be for teenagers. So I'm on, all my nieces and nephews, even my grandchildren, I'm on their Facebook page. I might not say nothing, but I go into their messenger and say, "This is your grandmother. I'm just checking in, and I didn't like what I saw. I'm not telling you don't do it, but I'm telling you don't do it." I talk to them. By the time I go back in their page again, it's gone. They listen to me. And a lot of us adults, older adults, don't go in. Sometimes you have to listen to our younger kids because of the way society has changed now. We have to not live off of what we used to do. We have to live on what they're doing now and see how we can reach them to help them through this. Because a lot of these young kids are going through trauma with this bullying, internet bullying, um, that not only internet bullying, school bullying, and it's a whole lot of bullying that's
I
going
think
on.
I think we should do a show dedicated to mental health
Yeah,
from
Reddit. That's
oh
the site.
Reddit. Okay,
Yeah,
Reddit.
Reddit. Yeah, Reddit is another place that a lot of these people are on, and some of these kids are on also, where they do a lot of the crazy, a lot of the gaming stuff, like the little figurines and stuff. A lot of
Right.
people talk about that on Reddit,
Hmm.
and so you just got to be careful when your kids are on this social media because it's no policing on it at all, and
It,
it's a free for all.
it's not at all, and it's
I mean, we
sad.
was getting fake IDs and going into clubs when we were younger. So just imagine, that what people are impersonating themselves as now.
And
You
and
know,
with the AI coming out, oh my God, anybody can act like they're a kid or look like a kid when they
Right.
show the pictures or whatever.
You can
And
make
now
yourself look
you
at
can
it.
make even without AI, you can make yourself be anybody you want to be.
and
Uh-huh.
just like the Real Brown Family Chronicles, it says the phone device and the internet are babysitters for the generation, and that is so true. And I don't get me wrong, I love my daughter, and I love her, fiance, but their daughter is 10 and she's autistic. She goes in the room, and I thank God that my granddaughter don't know that I'm blocking her, that I'm blocking a lot of things that could harm her because they into their own world and their own life. They're not paying attention to her. And I am. So I have a lot of my nieces, nephews, and grandchildren on Facebook, and I go in the messenger and say, "Okay, this is grandma. I know you don't like me being on your page or saying anything, so I didn't say nothing on your page, but I don't like that post. Can you take it down for grandma, please? Because I don't like that about my grandbaby. You need to talk to me. Here's my number. Call grandma. Let's talk about it." And that's how I end that, where they won't get the cyberbullying. But
Right. But
and
I took my grandbaby phone. I made my daughter take my grandbaby phone and just remove the service. She don't need a phone. She do not need a phone. You're there with her 24/7. There's no need for her to have no phone. She can be on YouTube on her TV, and that way we don't have to worry about no comments and nobody trying to contact her or what have you. And then put parental control on that, and that's the all the internet she needs.
Or
right.
get her iPad and you can still, monitor what she can and can't do.
And see, that's why I said every niece and nephew is still on my Facebook page. They are on my Facebook page. They know their grandma is on their page. They know their grandma is looking, but it's a difference. I talk to them. separate. And I said, call grandma. Ah, grandma, I know, ah, grandma, but please call me. You know, grandma not gonna, I talk to them. I don't go, oh, you need to take that down because you know that. I don't go there. I talk to them. Why did you put that up? What's going on? Why is grandma saying this about you? What's happening that you feel that you had to put this out here for everybody to see? Please talk to grandma. Talk to me. Tell me what's wrong. And they go on, and then I say, okay, let grandma help you the best I can. I don't understand everything, but I'm going to give you some encouragement. And it ends up not being back on Facebook. This is the problem with we as parents and grandparents and great grandparents. We don't talk to the kids. We talk at them. And that's why so many kids out here just spiraling out of control. And some adults are spiraling out of control because they don't have the parents to reel them in. My mother reeled me in till she closed her eyes and said, I'm going home to my father. And but my mother stayed on my ass even when I grown. I remember I told my daughter, no, you can't do something. And I went to spank her. My mother hit me so hard I spun around like a top. And she said, don't you ever hit her in anger. You talk to her. You don't hit her in anger. And guess what? I straightened the fuck up and I have never hit my daughter in anger. I talked to her and found out what was going
I'm
on
gonna
with
beat
her.
your ass, but
Right,
just when I
right.
calm down.
But the bottom line is, people
No,
need to treat social media and yeah, and look at social media for what it is. Anybody can be anything.
entertainment.
All of it is entertainment, and sometimes people beefing on social media, and it's all fake and it's all BS.
And,
And so
and
you have to take it for what it is. You have to have discernment. You have
right,
to have great judgment.
right.
And if it's costing you your mental health, then hey, you need to take a break from social media. If social media is affecting your household, then I feel like you're on social media too much and you need to step back because everybody not built for this. You never know what can trigger you or who can trigger you. And
Hmm.
so if something is going on and it's triggering you, then you need to get off of social media for a minute. If it take a month, a week, or 2 days or whatever, take a break from it because it's a lot of background noise and it can be, triggering and it can be entertaining. Social media really is like your life. It's whatever you make out of it.
Right.
If you on social media to have a good time, then you're gonna have a good time on social media. But
If
if you
you're looking
use
for a
social media
fight, you
but
will
if you're looking
find
for a
it
fight,
every
baby, you
time.
gonna find a fight on social media.
You gonna
Like
find
I
it.
said, it's just like your life. Life is what you make out of it, and social
Mhm.
media is the same thing, in my opinion. Hey, Joe, thanks for
Absolutely.
coming in. But we just got to show good judgment, and we got to have discernment. And like I said, we definitely can't let social media spill over into our household.
Just like Real 75th said, he said his grandson had fake name. My son got a fake name. My son got a name on there that don't even, I ain't going there, but anyway, the name is not, and what he is, his real name. So nobody really know unless they see his picture to know that's him. But the problem is I have is, you're right. They have the fake names, but my grandchildren, where I have a relationship with them, real, that I've established with my great grands and my grandchildren. I have great grands and grandchildren. You know, I'm 64 and I have quite a big family on my personal side. So I have to stay on top because I had one of my godchildren shot up because of a misunderstanding from online. So
And
now,
that's what I'm saying. Everything is on social media, and you just have to use great judgment. And we got to go on to the, not to cut you off or nothing, but we got to go on to the next clip so we can wrap it up.
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, let's go.
Well, yeah, I don't think that we need to play the Cardi B clip. Not only with the risk of it may being having copyright written music
Oh,
in the
okay.
background,
Yeah.
but also because it's just Cardi B having her damn baby.
Right.
So shit, y'all know Cardi B done had her damn baby, or if y'all didn't know, Cardi B done had her damn baby.
Yeah.
five, 5 days ago.
Okay, 5 days ago,
She dropped that
goddamn.
low, baby.
Okay. Yeah, with
And
that lopsided body of hers.
oh Lord, he said wopside. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh
Now
Now
Lord.
you know them hips.
she'll be back snatched in in in,
No,
in
them
1
hips
month
is too
straight, baby.
big. Them
You
hips
know,
is too big. Them hips look.
yeah, she got them hips. You know, she got the birth hips. And my grandmother used to say,
Don't go too far now, because we already know one content creator got got in trouble behind that, so we can't be going too far on
well,
Cardi B, because she kind of like Agent Orange. Some people petty.
yeah, you
You know
know,
what?
well,
Maybe she got that thing where when you start having kids, you
Uh-huh.
start gaining a lot of weight in those places because it's some women that really do have them type of hips.
yeah.
Yeah, when you have a baby, weight can fluctuate and go anywhere because you're having a baby. Hey, SBK, thanks for coming in
I
tonight.
asked because, like they
But
said,
but yeah, you when you have a baby, even the smallest of the smallest person cannot have nobody. But by the time a baby come along, honey, you might have hips, lips, ears,
Right.
that part.
toes. You might
A
have
double
everything when
chin,
you have a
right.
baby. Yeah, everything happens. Some people get extra dark when they have a
Right.
baby. Some people get extra light. Some people,
Get a
uh,
glow.
get a glow. Some people hang to the floor. I mean, anything can happen to you. It is. Everything can happen to you when you have a baby, and a lot of
Right.
women get diabetes.
Well, look,
It's
I was
gestation
At
diabetes
least
when they have a baby.
gestation, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
right. Look, I
No.
went from 105 pounds to 193 pounds.
See, she went to the floor with hers,
And
and
I
so
mean,
it
I
can
went
happen.
woo. Look, I went woo. Now, when
Yeah.
my son came along, I was down to 135 pounds. That's all I gained. And certain births you gain weight, some you don't. And hey, if like you said, fluctuate diabetes when
Foxy was feeling foxy when she let that
Maybe
first.
she probably thought she was a fox, but like that
Okay,
fox she got on
girl,
the video. Baby, she probably thought she was
baby.
that fox for
girl,
real.
Let me find
look,
out she was on the dance floor in the spin popping ass.
Popping her belly and her
Yeah,
ass.
yeah.
believe it or
Belly had
not.
me flowing.
Y'all need to stop because exactly what I was doing because I wanted
Oh, we
to.
already know. You ain't got to tell us nothing. Yeah, we already know what you was doing, ma'am.
Right.
I was popping it and locking it and everything else when I was pregnant.
We know you was.
Oh, I was a wild one then. I was popping it, locking it, and everything else.
She was
And
showing them how she got that baby.
Right,
exactly that
right.
part. No, let's just say exactly. But when my son, it was a whole different ballgame. That boy was like, you ain't gonna do all of that with me, and he made sure. But I still have my figure. I mean, I'm thankful to God. You know how some women have, get that big and they have a whole lot of stretch marks. Believe it or
Hmm.
not, I have none, none whatsoever.
I stumbled on this photograph.
Yes, I mean
It
seriously,
kind of made me laugh.
yes, I have no stretch mark from my daughter. I have
Look at her
no
going back down memory lane.
Okay,
Look at
memory
her.
lane.
baby.
Look,
Yeah.
I had that snapback body,
Hmm.
snapback.
Well,
Is this
let's
Thursday? Cause we show throwing it back.
right, baby. Yeah.
Y'all is reminiscing.
And
Yeah,
who is y'all? Who is y'all? That's
yeah.
Cardi reminiscing. You the one. You the one got us started talking about she had some hips and shit. So don't put no y'all in this.
Yeah,
But
I had that snapback body. I still got that snapback body. Okay,
look at
go
her.
ahead.
Look at her. Child.
She wants to say
Baby.
something else than body. I know it. No, I'm
No,
joking.
baby.
I'm
No,
joking.
baby.
I'm joking. We
Let's
going.
wrap this up and let Foxy go so Foxy can stop going back down memory lane, baby.
That's my memory lanes. Ow!
Well,
Wait a
y'all,
minute, she say ow.
I can't with y'all tonight. Y'all are crazy.
Look, all that was
Right, we acting like we in the studio and we don't have no audience. Y'all, this is how
Right.
Foxy be acting when we in the studio, y'all. This
Yeah.
is
I
what she be
sure,
Yeah.
showing out.
I sure do. And look, let me explain something. With all the drama we have in this world, sometimes you got to have fun. And like I said what I said in Minion, we all love to have fun and enjoy life. And you can't, we can't take everything so serious to a point that we can't laugh and enjoy each other. And this is why we do what we do, to make sure that even though we're showing you what's going on in the world, we still letting you know we still can have fun. So yes, ow.
Ow!
So,
I
Minion, did you want
feel good.
to? Da na 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 na.
Okay.
But did you want to do your little disclaimer, Minion, about the videos,
Um.
or is that for another time?
Well, guys, I know you guys saw the videos, the intro videos. If you guys are interested, I'm going to be doing Foxy's video. I think if she wants me to do it, I might do a live so you guys
Yes,
can kind of see
yes.
how I do the videos. And also, if you guys like it, then I might be able to help you guys do your own videos. Of course, I can either show you or, if you want me to do them, it'll just be a nominal fee. But, so
Can
that's
you
what we're
do that?
Wait a
working.
minute, hold them up, hold them up. What kind of fee?
A nominal.
Uh,
Oh.
A
y'all see how he try to
small.
y'all
Very.
see how he try to slide that in there? It's gonna be a nominal fee.
Yeah, he slid that on it and just
I
ride it.
said we gonna learn together. But I know some people would be like, that's too much. It takes too
Right.
much
Right. Ain't
time.
nobody
You
got
got to
time for
do
all
too
of
many
that. You just do it.
things.
Like you just do
Right,
it.
right.
Mr. God, you do
So
it.
I
I'm,
understand. I
Mr.
understand.
Look, Mr. God. Look,
What?
Minion the God.
Y'all,
Look,
y'all gonna
look,
have these people annoyed with me just because of that name. Just because
look.
y'all.
Oh, that's fun. Do it one more time. Let everybody see the commercials one more time so they can see your expertise.
Well, we not talk. I'm not gonna call it expertise because we're learning together, and
Child.
every day
Mr.
it seems
Say
like
Mr. Perfectionist. Hey Alice. Hey,
Yeah,
yes, Mr. Perfectionist. Who
there's
have me
yeah.
up
another
all night
update.
long. Have me up all night long just because it's a speck on the screen. But I digress.
Yeah, yeah, let's digress.
And yeah, so I'll show the videos one more time. You guys can see me and I said what I said, and then like I said, I'm gonna do a live where we're gonna be working on Foxy's video, so you guys can get the idea and start making your own. Um, and yeah, AI is taking over, y'all. So y'all are going to definitely start seeing a lot of AI generated videos that we're doing. We just got through doing one a day. We're gonna be releasing a lot of AI videos. So just get ready, guys.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's gonna be a brand new world for us.
It's gonna be a brand new world. So just don't get mad when we start putting our noses up in the air, child, because
Yeah, thinking we really thinking we
right.
really it's our real life
These
in
people
this
in these
AI in
videos,
this
right?
AI world. Yeah.
We're gonna start thinking that we really yeah. All right, so let me go ahead and play I said what I said's video.
I join the channel, it's what you need. True crime stories, secrets they'll feed. Say that gossip and political heat. I said what I said, bring to me. Truth comes but we're never late, yeah. Diamond stories, it's our fate, oh no. Welcome to a place where voices speak. Tune in now, indulge every week. Who's in the spotlight, who took the fall? We got the scoops, we covering it all. From high society to those who recall. I said what I said, stories that will end strong, yeah. Truth turns why we're never late. Oh, no stone unturned, we're here to relate.
feel me? Me and the God step into the night. No filter, no apologies, just facts. Just facts. Uncut, unfiltered, let's ride. Let's ride. Me and the God, yeah, I own this night. Own it. Vibe so smooth, yeah, I say what's right. Say it. Whispers in the dark, truths at night. Controversial, unapologetic, play this all night, all night. Step close, feel the heat, energy align. Every word I drop, yeah, I speak my mind. Velvet voice, raw truth, make it sway. No sugarcoat, no lies, just the way I play. Late night confessions, secrets in the air. Bold statements, bold moves, let them stop and stare. Minion with a pinion, commentary with bite. Every note is sing, you feel the truth tonight. Hands on the wall, hear the bass align. Every controversial line, yeah, redefine. This ain't just music, it's unapologetic sign. Me and the God, eternal sensual, divine. Me and the God, yeah, I own it. I own it, own it. Vibe so smooth, yeah, say what's right. Say it. Whispers in the dark, truths at night. Controversial, unapologetic, play this all night, all night. Lights fade, body sway. Truth hits harder when I play. No filter, no cap, feel the energy stay. Me and the God, both uncut, all the way. Nighttime vibes wherever we reign. Unfiltered until no one can contain. Me and the God, the voice of the lane. Controversial energy, yeah, they feel my flame. Flame. On it.
Lights on, mic check, time to break it down. Real talk, real life, she about to air it out. Spotlight, insight, the truth she'll expose. Tune in, sit back, this tea hot, never cold. We here in the Foxy Angel zone. She keeps it real, this the you can't stop me zone. She loves to collaborate, but she can do this on her own. Now let's celebrate and welcome Foxy to the show. Lights on, mic check, time to break it down. Real talk, real life, she about to air it out. Spotlight, inside the truth.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next video.
All right, child. So those were the videos. I mean, the last one wasn't an actual video. That was just a placeholder for, Foxy's. But that's her song. So we just wanted y'all to enjoy the vibe. I don't know if y'all heard me when I said that, but
What is
yeah.
awful? Alice say something awful. What's awful?
Yeah, Alice, what was awful?
What happened?
She might have tried to say awesome.
Oh,
Cause you know
okay.
how spell check is. I can't see Alice throwing no shade to us. That ain't who she is.
Ew, what was
I'm
that?
a interpret for her. She gotta be saying that's awesome.
Yeah, because she was the one that was saying that she liked our video, our introduction video. So I don't see her, like you said, throwing any shade. That's not her. That's not her character. So she, like you said, she'll probably say awesome. And sometimes you can say things in your phone for you to say, and it doesn't come out that way when it comes up typing.
Well, now I was a little country on my like, share, and subscribe, and hit the like button.
Like,
And I
share, subscribe.
like, share, and subscribe. I told Midden I should have said baton.
Instead of hit the like button,
Yeah, button.
you should have
Button.
said
And, uh,
baton.
Baton. I should have said hit the like baton.
hit the like. Look, look, hit the
I
like.
told her, I said, see, this animation world already going to your head.
Hit the
That part.
like.
That part.
Look,
That part.
hit the like, subscribe button.
Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button.
No, don't get Tiffany.
Press the subscribe button. Yes, you press the subscribe
Subscribe.
button.
Subscribe.
Or said like Buckwheat friend, he say describe. Y'all like and describe this video.
Look, hit the
Oh,
like.
she said she have a
I'll
sickle cell
describe
trait.
it all right.
Yeah, y'all like and describe these videos in here.
Oh, Alice, I didn't know you had the sickle cell trait. A lot of people in
I
my
do
family,
too.
I don't have the trait. My mother, our generation was skipped. My mother and her children generation, we were skipped with the trait.
My son have it. My son's uncle passed away with it, and it didn't hit any other kid but him. So my son had the trait, but he doesn't have the disease.
But this is funny. It's still developing. With I didn't know if somebody in your family has the DNA of the sickle cell that you still can pass it on to your children. That's the reason why my
That's what
granddaughter.
the trait is.
Wait
That
a minute,
means
no,
that
no, no, this is different. There's a trait, and then there's the DNA. That I found that out too with my granddaughter. My son don't have the trait. Her mother has the disease. My son don't have the trait, and they even tested him. He still don't have the trait, but because it's in his DNA, that's why my granddaughter Zola has the disease. And I didn't know that, but they found that out. They found that out through testing, advanced testing now. So a lot of times you don't have to have the trait if it's DNA in your family DNA of sickle cell. The child can still have sickle cell. I didn't know that till my granddaughter was born.
Hmm.
well, look at that. I was today years old when I learned that as well.
Me too. Me too, Minion. I learned something new today,
All
And,
right.
which I'm cool with because I love to learn every day.
right,
Absolutely.
and
But we would like to thank everybody for coming out, for gracing us with your presence. We appreciate everybody in the chat. Shout out to Vaughn for giving us a super chat. We appreciate that. This is our very first super chat for the
Off
OTR
the
show.
record.
I think that
yeah.
I think that deserves a hand clap.
All
Hey, come on,
right.
come on, Minion.
Where's it at?
Look,
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah.
We're gonna have to nominate her as the MVP for the night.
better yet, better yet, we could do something better. We could
We can
go.
do something better than that.
We could
Okay.
do better than that. Thank you. She gets the balloon.
Oh, she get the
Uh,
balloons. Okay.
oh, thank you, Bonnie Pooh. Thank you, my Bonnie Pooh.
All right. Anybody else want to before we get off, go ahead and put y'all bid in and put in the super chat.
Well, don't we
Anybody?
have an OTR email address?
Yes. We need to make a cash out.
Oh, we need to make a cash out for the OTR. Okay.
All right. So, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. This was a fun show. We learned a lot today. A lot of craziness still going on in the administration.
And hold up before you finish up. Also, too, if you guys want to, since we don't have our OTR email address on there, you guys can email us. Minion, do you have one on your page?
What?
An email address? I have an email address on my page. I said what I said, 91@gmail.com. If y'all want to contact us about the videos. And you said you have one on your page. What's your email address on your page?
Minion with opinion at gmail.com.
And Foxy, do you have one?
Yes, I do. I have SRW Ingram 61 at gmail.com.
And it's on your page also?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so you guys can hit us up on each one of our pages if you wanna if you want us to collaborate, if you want to collaborate with us, and if you want us to help you with your videos. Like Minion said, he's gonna do a show. But if you decide that you don't have time or you don't want to be bothered with it, let us know. For what kind of fee, Minion?
A nominal.
For a nominal fee,
Nominal
Minion will get
fee,
it done.
guys. Very small fee.
And thank you, Joe, for the $2 super chat.
Yay! Thank you, Joe. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right.
We
Look at
appreciate that.
that. I love that. And you know what? You also get some balloons. Let's give you some balloons. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and give you a star too.
Yeah, some
You
confetti
know,
and balloons. Okay.
I love it. Thank you guys so much.
Oh,
And-
Alice said she just realized she was behind, guys.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so that's what that message was
Oh,
for.
she was. It was awful. Whatever it was
Yeah.
awful. But it was just someone
I
talking
think she's
about her.
talking about the lady and the little boy.
We talked about a lot of awful stuff though, so
Yeah. Vaughn said, did she get some balloons?
Yes, boy, you got some balloons. You didn't see your balloons?
Let me get back to her super chat, child, and we'll redo it again, honey.
Okay.
We ain't mad or nothing. Hold on, let me find it. Child, you got to make sure you give her special treatment. There you go.
Yay!
Give her some balloons and confetti.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? We gonna get you some fireworks. Get the whole.
Give us some hearts, some fireworks,
We
all of
give
that.
you the work. Girl. We give you the works. All right. So thank you guys.
No, Von said I like to be included.
Child. Child.
No, that's my Bonnie Pooh. I love you, Bonnie Pooh.
All right. Well, thank you guys again for being here with us
Heartbeat,
tonight.
heartbeat, do 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 do.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank
And
you
Miss
guys. We love
Alice, I
you.
love you. Thank you for coming over to SBK. SBK. I can't say what I want to say because
Yeah, this is a political show. This not the bar.
okay, I that's why I say I
Keep
can't say
that in
what.
mind. Keep that in mind. Yeah,
Oh,
SBK.
but thank you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight.
I hope y'all had some fun. We're gonna be making the we're gonna be adding a lot of structure to the show, so it'll flow a little bit more smoothly in the future shows. You know, we do have a tendency to get off on several tangents, but which is okay. But you know, for the show, we want to try to make it a little bit more structured. So you guys will start seeing that. We're gonna have different environments for each segment. So Foxy's gonna have her own environment. I said what I said is gonna have her own environment. Lizzy, we're all gonna have our own little environment. So should be a lot more interesting. I know y'all just come here for the commentary, but we want to make it a little more engaging as well. And with that being said, y'all make sure that y'all again don't take anything that we say at face value, right? I don't want you guys to come here because you just want to be lazy and listen to us tell you what's going on. Uh, this should inspire you guys to also do your own research. You know, with all the topics that we discuss, we just want to encourage you guys to make sure you're also doing your own research. We do ours, and we, you know, make sure that when we come out, if we get it wrong, we will retract and correct. But for the most part, yeah.
And those that, and also I want to say for those in the neighborhoods that that you see bullying, please stand up for these kids and these parents, because you never know, that might be your granddaughter, your daughter defending your great grands or your children. Please, we need to do better in our community. And the reason I showed that one with the mother is because we need to come together. we've been divided for so many years. They made sure we stay divided. It's time for us to come together as a family. Look at us three. We all in different regions right now. Us three right here on the panel, and yet we have collaborated together. That we have become like sisters and brothers. So it's time for us to come together as a community and loved ones and show that we can stand above everything. And let's not let YouTube or TikTok or all these other social media divide our community. We have enough division as it is. Don't let these social medias divide our community even more. Let's come together and show them that they cannot conquer and divide. That's how I want to end the show.
Yeah, and if you want to be bad at somebody, blame it on Agent Orange.
That part.
He only gonna blame it on Biden, so it's just gonna trickle down. We need to
Right.
take accountability, guys. At the end of the day, if there's more that we can do, we need to be doing it. And I think that it starts at home. We also need, yes, if you see something, say something. But I mean, if you have kids and you guys know that you guys have been a lot more relaxed on your kids than what you received growing up, maybe y'all should reevaluate your parenting and figure out how to get some structure and some discipline into these kids uh daily routine. Um also, before we get out of here, guys, I do want to give some last minute shout outs. So shout out to all in the queue for being in the chat, as well as Tanya Robinson, thank you for being here. Thrive and Glow with Joe, thank you so much for the super chat. Of course, bless Elder Vaughn, shout out to you for the very first off the record super chat. So shout out to you for that. Thank you, Succeeding, Sheena B, Just Mike, Common Sense, all you guys, Hydro Quebec, all you guys for being here, Artist Boutique, and then from I said, and then Rita Lane, thank you,
Don't
all
forget
you
my
guys.
don't forget my SPK. Don't
Well, no,
delete my SPK.
I'm going to let I said what I said. Shout the people out in her chat so she could see exactly who those people
Oh,
are.
that's in my chat. Okay, I was just looking at the major chat. Okay, so
Carefree and Ramona, thank you guys all for being here and for putting it in the chat. We appreciate you.
okay, well, shout out to Blessed Child of God, Alice, and shout out to Real Thrive and Glow with Joe. That's in my chat. Bless Elder Vaughn, SBK, um, the Real Brown family. Thank you for showing up. And it could have been some more. I think Miss Boogie Down. I saw her in the chat earlier. So shout out to Miss Boogie Down. And let me just go through here and make sure, because I want to make sure that I don't miss anybody.
Yeah, because I know we during the show we kind of were bad at responding to the chats because
Hmm.
we get so caught up in conversation and stuff. So I just wanted to let
Oh,
you guys know
Karen.
we see y'all.
Yeah, shout out to Karen. Thank you for being here. And Common Sense. I don't know which chat Common Sense is in, but shout out to Common
All the
Sense.
chats.
All
She
the
in all
chat.
the chats.
And we
Yeah.
appreciate you for it.
Common Sense say he's spreading love everywhere. We ain't mad at you. We is not mad at all.
Absolutely.
Yeah, common sense was in mine.
Chocolate
We hit,
Drop.
yeah,
Chocolate Drop. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here tonight. And I'm just going up and down the up and down the screen. I want to make sure I don't miss Javar. I think you forgot him. Minion Javar was
yeah.
here
Javar
tonight,
and Dave
Oh
Bryson.
yeah, Javar,
and
Dave
Dave Bryson.
Bryson,
Yeah,
right.
Oregon City Street. Shout out to you for being here tonight. Queen Black. Shout out.
And cross country cruise her. Don't
Yeah,
forget
Cross
her.
Country Cruiser was here. Ramona was here. Kimmy
Right.
Woo was here tonight. Thank you for being here. And let's see.
Sean 9703.
Beth.
All right, Sean,
Beth
Beth
was here.
McBride, right.
Yeah,
Right.
just Mike was in the house. Abril the Libra was here. Shout out to Abril. and we're going
Tajari,
to. Oh,
Tajari Robinson.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A was in the house tonight. Dave
Yeah.
Bryson was in the house tonight. Thank you for being here. We appreciate everybody for showing up.
Yes.
The real Selena was in the house tonight.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So
Selena
yeah,
times
guys, we're
three,
gonna
Shan.
definitely we're gonna
Uh,
try to make sure we shout everybody out
yeah.
on the
And Shan was in the house tonight. So shout out to everybody that showed up and showed
shout
out for
out
us.
to y'all. Y'all are the real MVPs. And you know what? We're gonna go ahead and give y'all a hand clap. All
Oh,
right.
and get it together wellness. Thank you, Alice. I didn't see hers. I must have missed her shout out. Her chat comment. So yeah, shout out to Get It Together Wellness, aka Wanda.
Right.
Shout out to y'all.
Hey, Wanda. Woo woo girl. Oh, don't forget. What's the name that be on be on there sometime with us? Did we do Boogie Down?
Yeah, I shout out to Real and Boogie Down.
Okay. Okay. I just want to
Mm.
make sure we cover them. Okay.
All right. Well, do y'all have any final thoughts before we head on out for the night?
Child, no, I just I'm
No,
gonna
I
just I'm gonna have to exhale after this show. After watching these news clips, I'm gonna have to exhale a little bit.
I know. I'm gonna have to inhale then exhale.
But thank God you waited till after the show, child.
Okay.
no, I'm gonna do a little, look, as they say, a little drunker looker, a little drunker looker,
Oh,
and
so
then
Oh, cause
so
that sound effect.
Foxy gonna be at the bar on Wednesday night. She gonna start the bar early.
yeah, I'm trying to bar early. So, hint, hint,
Saying the
SBK.
bartender, ooh,
I'm,
you
I'm,
Right.
coming with me?
I'm doing my bartending early on Wednesday night. SBK. Joe. Vaughn. Wait, I can't say that to Miss Alice. I'm sorry, Miss Alice. I can't say that to you.
All right, child. We get the gist of it, Foxy. She starting the
Well,
bar early.
yeah, I'm starting early.
well, y'all. Also, before we get up out of here, if y'all have not done so, make sure y'all hit the like button. Subscribe to all of the channels. You got I Said What I Said, Foxy 2, Roxy 3, Off the Record, the official channel, and of course my channel, Minion with Opinion, aka Minion the God. Y'all make sure that y'all also,
Don't forget Lizzie.
well, Lizzie, I don't know what her channel is. Does she have a channel? Oh,
Yes,
Queen Lizzie.
yeah, Queen Lizzie has a channel.
Oh, did you put it in the chat?
Yes, I did, but I could put it in
Okay.
there again.
Yeah, and y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Lizzie. Make sure y'all subscribe to All in the Queue. Do we have any other content creators in the chat?
Oh yeah, let's go down the
Vaughn,
line.
bless.
We got Alice, blessed child of God. We have Thrive and Glow with Joe. We have Blessed Elder Vaughn's channel. Get It Together Wellness channel. We have SBK Media channel and
I,
Abril. Let's see what her name is. Abril has a Brilliance Blessings. I think that's the name of her channel. So we have a Brilliant Blessings channel.
I'm trying to
Uh,
find. I'm trying to find all of them.
the
So
Real Brown Family Chronicles have a channel. Um, I think Succeeding has a channel, don't she?
yeah, Seceding has one too.
Yeah,
Uh,
Succeeding has a channel, and
I'm trying to find all of them. Bond Reality,
yeah, I said Vaughn.
but I was just, I'm trying to get all of them together. I'm trying to.
Yeah, guys. So go ahead, subscribe. I mean, y'all not. They ain't gonna remember all them damn names. They gonna be like, okay,
Right,
all
right,
right,
right.
thank you. Okay,
Well, if y'all listen to the replay, yeah, and then you can listen to the replay and I
pause it
shouted
and
out all the
so
channel names.
pause after each name for each of the 30 different people that we named. Just pause and just go
Right,
subscribe and make sure you
right,
subscribe to each one.
Right.
right.
All right,
All
and
right.
we'll see y'all on the next show, guys. This
Oh,
was a
oh,
good show.
Also, I want to say this real quick. If you go for SBK, he has a crown behind. It's S, then a space, then B, then a space, then K in a space, and it has a crown, a gold crown. So there are some SBK channels on there where if you type in SBK, but look for the one with the crown. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, child, this is not the SBK.
No, I'm just trying to, differentiate because, I don't want them to
You know,
subscribe to
Foxy, if
somebody
you
else.
want to, if you just want to make sure that they get the correct link, you can put it in the chat.
Yeah,
Okay, I
child.
will. I would do
And you
that.
can put it in the link. You can put it in there after the show too, because when they watch the replay, it'll be in there. Will it be in there after the show too, Minion?
I believe so. They'll watch
Yeah.
Okay.
the live chat replay.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna, all the ones y'all name, I'm gonna put them in there. Thank y'all. I didn't know if
And,
I.
and y'all make good. Oh, Selena has a channel also. But y'all make good and show that y'all go to SBK Media channel and
Okay.
make good and
If
show
y'all
y'all
don't go to
subscribe.
nobody else's
Yeah, y'all
channel,
don't subscribe to nobody
y'all,
else. Make
y'all
good and
make
show y'all
sure.
subscribe to SBK.
All right. Well, again, this was a fun show. It was a good show. It's been real. It's been fun. Can't say it's been real fun, but we will see you guys on the next one. Hopefully, y'all come back.
Right.
And we love y'all. And we about to call it a night. See y'all on the next one. Take
Good
care.
night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next video.
No scripts, no filters, no fear. We said what we said and meant that. Off the record, off the record. Yeah, we keep it real, real, real. No filters here, we say what we feel. Politics, stories, truth on display. Come on, we talk that talk in our own way. Off the record, Minion the God, let's go. Foxy 2 Roxy 3, she go hard.
I swear on everything that is exactly what he said right here in the studio. That is the funniest thing I have heard all week.
So hard. Lizzy with the facts, she never miss. Nah. I said what I said, that's the twist. Off the record, yeah. Come and catch the vibe. Where real ones talk and the truth survive. Late night truth, we don't just speak. We pull the roots from what they keep. From pain to progress, we light the flame. No spin, no script, we call it by name. Minion bring the vision, Foxy bring the flame. Lizzy drop a cease, it'll never be the same. I said what I said, say it loud, no shame. We taking truth global, remember the name. No apologies, no disguise. Just soul and purpose in our eyes. We move with power, bold and free. Say it loud, you gon' feel this energy. Energy, energy, yeah. Energy, yeah. Energy, yeah. Off the record, uncut and raw. You say the things you wish you saw. I said what I said, Foxy, Lizzy, Minion, the God. This the realest show you ever saw. Off the record. We said what we said. Off the record.